Okay, what's up, guys? We don't have a chessboard yet. We don't have a game yet. It was meant to start an hour ago. But of course, round one of a tournament, you never start on time. Of course, of course. Tournament has never ever started on time. I'm also very worried that we don't have the streamer boards on chess.com. No streamer boards. We have all the other DGT boards, but not the streamer boards. So I don't know how that's going to go. Not sure if we're going to get a DGT board or not. But what's up, guys? If you are coming from Alexandra's channel, my name is Lula, and I will be commentating on Alex's game today. If you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, we don't have Alex's cam on the vertical overlay, so sorry, the vertical overlay isn't so fun. Candidate's prediction for tomorrow. Good question. I don't actually know. I have been keeping up with the standings, but not with the games themselves. Very excited to see that Sindarov is doing so well. Very excited that Blue Bomb is not being crushed. So I'm rooting for Wei Yi and Blue Bomb, TBH. I love to see it. Yes, it is a little bit delayed. The stream is a bit delayed, but that's okay. Alex has produced a very nice overlay for us. Oh, and she's playing... Wait, who's this? A child? I thought she was playing that guy who was sat there before. This is like a teenager? Yeah, Alex is playing like a teenager. I don't really know. Okay, well, hopefully we get a DGT board. Very optimistic. So let me tell you a little bit about Grenke, if you guys don't know about it. It is a very, very, very big chess tournament. Enormous, huge. And pretty much all of the chess streamers are there. I decided not to go because I was busy. Like, I had a friend visiting until today, so I couldn't be there. So that's why I'm not there. But I am excited to see my fellow streamers competing. So actually behind Alex, if you're watching on horizontal on Twitch, then behind Alex we have another streamer called Luca, and he is Italian. So lots of streamers, tons and tons of streamers at this event. And so much so that there is a specific streamer category on chess.com/events. Except we don't seem to have any boards for it yet. What is up, Hans on TikTok? Hello, hello. Thank you for the heart. What is up, PT Super St on YouTube? Guys, we are excited for the game. Alex has the white pieces. This is a good start. We're off to a good start. We were supposed to be commentating for Alex and Hannah tonight, but Hannah, unfortunately, is not making it to the round one, because I think she's still traveling, and I don't know, I think maybe her travel got delayed or something along those lines. So no Hannah. What is Asmode's name in chess results? I have no idea. I know her name is also Alex, but I don't know what her surname is. I'm sorry. Her name is Alex something. I'm sure when we get the streamer boards, the streamer DGT boards, we will be able to see all of their names because they'll be attached to the boards on chess.com. Hans, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Okay, so they are filling in their score sheets, writing down their names. That means we're starting very soon. There was a little talk before from the tournament director, and Fiona was there translating the German into English. Fionketta. I need to put my phone on silent. In the next year or so, I really want to try my hand at over-the-board tournaments, but hard to travel plus job. I mean, if you live in a city, most cities have some kind of over-the-board chess. Most cities have something, whether it's like a weekend tournament or something else. You should be able to find something in your nearest city. Am I Scottish? No, not even close to being Scottish. Sorry for that for you. Don't even sound Scottish. Something that is an odd last name. Where is that from? What do you mean, Jeff? What do I know we're all really, really shocked that I'm not Scottish. I know. I have pulled the wool over your eyes like a true Scot with all of my sheep. Yeah. She is from South England / Jersey. You know, that's just insulting. That's like calling a Canadian an American. You know that, right? That is basically, yeah. Or like calling somebody from like, I don't know, the Basque country Spanish. You thought this was a Scottish independence stream? Look, I can't do a Scottish accent. Okay, we have a problem with the clock. Alex is raising her hand. There is an issue with the clock. Their clock is not working because their DGT board isn't plugged in. Oh, we have all the streamers putting their hands up because the Arbiter didn't plug in any of the DGT boards. Great start. Off to a great start. That's why we don't have DGT boards on chess.com. Because whichever arbiter was put in charge of the streamers decided, I don't want the streamers to play their chess games today. We're not going to plug in their DGT boards. And, you know, they've all got their hands up because this is a playing hall of like 3,000 people. It's huge. It is a huge playing hall, and it will take a long time for the arbiter to walk over from the other side of the playing hall to this side of the playing hall to set up their boards. So look, Alex is going. She's going to run over and ask them to set up the DGT boards. So we could be here for another hour before the game begins. It's only 1 hour late so far, but we could be 2 hours late. We could be going for a record. And of course, in true over-the-board streamer style, the camera has frozen. So this is going really well. It's going really well. The requirements for being an arbiter should be higher. I agree. I agree. There are not enough arbiters, but at the same time, there are too many arbiters that are not arbiting. When is my next over the board tournament? It is next week. Scary. Starting on Saturday, the 11th. Very, very scary. My first real tournament for over a year. Spooky, spooky. What's up, Sean? Hello. British is close. America is slightly larger than the British Isles. No, I didn't say I wasn't British. I am. I have a British passport. But I did say I was not from South England, which is an entirely different landmass. Separated by sea. So as we can see, Mr. Arbiter number 1, plugging in the clock. Oh, never mind. The clock is broken. We're going to have to get a new clock. Okay. You know, there's really nothing to take you out of your focus. Like when you're locked in, you're about to play your chess game, then the arbiter not turning on your board. And now you're just kind of there like, and everybody around you is playing their game, right? Everybody else is locked in. And you're just kind of looking around like, when am I going to get to play my game? And it's just kind of breaks the flow. Like, it's very hard after that to reach flow state. Just saying. I think arbiters should be docked points. And after 3 docked points, they should be sent to clean up nuclear waste or something. You know? Because at the end of the day, all it is plugging in some stuff. So I'm not English, Joe. Joe, I am not English. I am not. Thank you for clarifying. Mandatory re-education. That's true. Maybe that would be would just be sending them back to arbiter school rather than sending them to clean up nuclear waste. But if we sent them back to arbiter school, unfortunately, I fear they would learn exactly what they learned the first time at arbiter school, which is perhaps not very much. Not dissing this specific arbiter, by the way, guys. Just arbiters as a whole. Just burning all my bridges. Oh, yes! We're going to start. Okay, let's hope that the DGT board exists now. Of course it doesn't. Of course we don't have a DGT board. Let me try here outside of the streamer section. Still no DGT board. Yay. Excellent. Well, Alex did tell me that the DGT board would be on a 10-minute delay. But even then, we should have it by now. Like, it should exist. So that means we are going to be using an analysis board, I guess, for now. So let's do an analysis board because the DGT board does not even exist on chess.com. Usually what I would do, guys, is I would just make the moves on the delayed board, but the delayed board currently does not exist. So that is very sad for us. Let's create an analysis board. Unfortunately, also the okay, this is good. So we have a, what is this, a Caracan? Yeah. I can't believe it. Okay, we have a advance Caracan. Do you guys play the advance? I have recently started playing something else. I do not play the advance. He looks unhappy about the advance, but he is playing the new main line, which is c5. It is a new main line because the main line used to be bishop to f5, and now it's not. Therefore, this one is new. You have a British passport, but you are not English or Scottish. So you're Welsh or Northern Irish. No, I'm from Jersey in the Channel Islands. There are many other options. It is time to play online poker. I don't think it is, Torium. I don't think it's time to play online poker. I think it is time to commentate this classical chess game. We have been waiting around a while to commentate this classical chess game, and so we are going to do it. What's up, guys? Hello, hello. So this is the main line, and I don't know if Alex has prep against this because honestly, most people still play bishop f5. So when people play c5, it's kind of annoying because like you have to know what to do. Okay, so Alex plays c3. This is one of the options. I believe the main line is taking. Yeah, c3 is the third most popular move because the main line is taking the pawn. And you just have to know the theory, I guess. But Alex decides to play this like a normal Caro-Kann. To be honest, I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't play the advance, and I don't. This is a sideline of the advance. So this is called the Botvinnik-Karls defense with this early c5. So it does look strange because black has spent 2 turns playing c4 and c5, but that is kind of the point. It's like you don't want to play the Sicilian, which is also understandable. What's up, Speed Chess? You hate the Caro-Kann, not Alice in Blunderland. Why? Do you not like playing against it? What's up, Sarah Asray? Hello, hello. Okay. Is this ban-worthy to say that you hate the Caro-Kann? No, we're not Caro-Kann fans here. This is not ban-worthy. We've got Luca over here who is having a good look at around the playing hall because he's probably never seen this many chess players all in one place before. And it can be quite unsettling. Can transpose into the advanced French. It can. If e6 is played, this then immediately becomes an advanced French. It would. I love that we've just had Caro-Kann spelled wrong in both chats, which is excellent. I know you guys can't see the other chat, but it's great. It's great that no one can spell Caro-Kann. It's excellent. What's up, Hansen? Alien Gambit. I don't think we're going to see an Alien Gambit here. I don't see that happening. Where are all of these people coming from behind this curtain? It's like, you know, when you're playing Call of Duty, this is, I assume, everybody's video game reference. And then people just keep spawning from somewhere. Look, we can see Matt in the background, aka Houseline. People are just spawning here from the curtain. This is one of the main spawn points. After they get checkmated in their game, they respawn here behind the curtain. That's it. So I thought Matt was playing in this tournament, but I guess he is not. I guess he's doing social media for Grenke. I didn't know that. I thought he was going to be a player. Which Call of Duty do you play? I don't play Call of Duty. I am just culturally aware of the different things. The different video games. I know about them. I could have said any first-person shooter. I could have said CS:GO or something else. Doesn't matter. Maybe the curtain is for entry or exit. Prathamesh 2005, that seems very unlikely. Seems much more likely that it would be a spawn point. Let's be realists here. Let's be realists. So I'm very interested by this t-shirt that Alexandra's opponent is wearing. Cantana, thank you for the raid on Alex's channel. Thank you for the raid party of 75. I would do a shout out, but I can't because my restream chat is not working. So I have 2 separate chats popped out because restream chat didn't want to work today. She continues French advanced style with knight f3. I think the big difference is black can go bishop to g4. That is a really good point, is that after knight f3, bishop to g4 is by far the best move. Because usually black will play bishop to f5. And so it would then take 2 turns to put the bishop here to do this, to pin. And so guys, the whole point in these kinds of openings, whether it be advanced French or advanced Caro, is black is putting a lot of pressure on d4, often with like knight, queen b6 stuff. And here this pin would be very annoying because it is directly affecting 2 defenders of this square. So this would be very like nice for black to play, but here actually this is still fine for white. The top move is bishop e2, but the engine likes d takes. D takes has been played before, and e6, but the main move that has been played is bishop e2. But like this has been played at the highest level. We have games from Hikaru, games from Peter Svidler, games from Jordan van Foreest, all in this position. So any of this would be okay. Any of them would be fine. I'm just going to check and see if we can get Alex's board. Her real board. But oh, no. I don't think we're having her real board. Thank you for the follows, guys. I'm the curtain. I'm trying to sleep. Please stop. I knew the curtain would be unhappy with the situation at hand. This is why I don't like this opening. Okay, hold on. I need to get my... I don't have the alerts. Hold on, let me get the alerts. Thank you, Bentley, for resubscribing for 6 months at tier 3. Thank you. 53 months. That's such a long time. Thank you. That's so long. What's up, Bentley? H3 kicks the bishop. H3. Hold on. Let me pop out the activity feed. So many pop outs. Tier 3. Yes, Hunzen. Tier 3. Hunzen could never. Chief of websites could never. Chief of websites. Okay, hold on. I lost my my TikTok chat. My TikTok chat, which don't ask why I have TikTok chat. Do I do viewer games? Says Crack on TikTok. Well, today we are commentating, but sometimes I do viewer arenas. Sometimes. Oh, we have a stretch. We can have a stretch. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk about, you're engaged, Bentley? Hold on, I was about to miss that. You're engaged and you're getting married in June? Am I invited? Can I come? I love weddings. I love weddings. Can I come to your wedding? You know, we've known each other for 53 months now. Was that crack? Yeah, my joints did crack, yeah. Yeah, they did. So there was a question about h3 in this position. Does that not just that doesn't bode well though, does it? Because then takes, you have to play g takes, because if you play queen takes, then you lose the pawn. This feels very bad. So I don't think h3 is the best choice. A lot of the time, h3, yes, but not when this pawn is contested. Do you ever feel like you play worse when you know people are watching? Yes, probably. Probably. My invitation probably was lost in the mail, yeah. Oh, the wedding's in India? Okay, yeah, there's a jet fuel crisis, so I probably won't be able to afford the plane ticket, will I? I'm sorry. Sorry. I never said I didn't like being watched, Jeff DMK. I just said that I probably play worse. That's the difference. It's not the same. Who is playing this game? Well, Crack from TikTok. This game is going to be played, this game is being played by Alexandra Prado and some kid. I don't know his name. Some kid. So yeah. You'll try and stream the wedding so I can watch. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. Do I breathe louder when people are watching? I think it's because I'm this close to the microphone that you can hear me breathing. I'm sorry. You know. There's a jet fuel thing going on, and so I have a feeling I probably won't be able to make it to India. I'm sorry. Really, really sorry. It's unlikely to happen. The opponent is Maurice Gali from Switzerland. He only started playing OTB this year. His rating is 1719. Good for him. He is probably a little bit scary then, if he's only started playing this year. What is my rating on and off the board? I don't understand the question. TikTok. Alex's opponent was born in 2003. Yes, that is very unsettling that somebody can be born in 2003 and be an adult. I thought it was a child. So you're telling me that this kid is 23? I thought he was like 15. I thought he was like 15. Okay. Well, he is sitting back, so we can't see his face anyway, so it's whatevs. Wait, was there a move? I don't think there was a move. I forgot that no move. So Alex is out of prep. Oh, she has played A3. Okay. So she is saying, I don't want this pin. That's what she's saying. And she wants to play this like an advanced French, because A3 is one of the main lines in the advanced French here. If A6 were played, and then if E6 were played, like if we transpose into this is now just like an advanced French. So, I mean, we're not going to get that. Our opponent is not a French player, so I don't think we'll see that. But that's an interesting, it's a waiting move. She wants to bait him into playing bishop to f5. And honestly, like, it's not the worst idea, okay? Because she wants him to play bishop to f5 so that she can then play knight to f3. And then if he wants to play this, he has to spend 2 turns. And that's not going to be good, spending 2 turns. So that's really fun. Fun psychology from Alex. But she did spend 10 minutes doing it, so that is my only concern. My small concern. So I hope that we now have a plan for the opening and that we're not going to spend too long in the opening. The child is thinking. We will continue to call him the child. I have no evidence that the child is an adult. And I still don't have a DGT board. Let me see. Let me see if I can get a DGT board so that I don't have to manually input the moves, because you know I will forget. We all know that I will forget. And the yawning begins. Oh my god. The time control for this game is 90 minutes with 30 seconds increment. I have no idea if there is a time control at move 40. I really hope there isn't. Okay, they removed the streamer section. Excellent. Are any of the other streamers having an issue with this? I'm gonna check. What's up, Lorena? Nice to see you. Are any of the other streamers having an issue with getting the DGT boards? Because I just don't have it. No. When I say they remove the streamer section, I mean from the DGT. Wait, is no one else? Oh, he played takes. Okay. Well, I assume we're gonna see takes. There we go. I saw in tomorrow's chat there are no DGT boards, but they're supposed to be DGT boards. Like they're playing on DGT boards right now. They're supposed to be live boards. But yeah, I don't have one. I was lied to. Great. Love that for me. Love that for me. Because like they set the streamers up on DGT boards, you know. So I don't understand why there's no DGT. But okay. So I guess this is where we're at. That's fine. I was fed falsehoods. It's fine. Child at 22, are you a child too? You don't look older than 22. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's crazy. Every single chess channel I follow is at Grenke. Oh, so did you unfollow me, Hansen? You unfollowed me? Because I'm not at Grenke. We want to talk about that for a second? Lula Robs, I saw you on TV. Yes, perhaps. It is possible. Okay, yes, takes. There's literally no other move. Is A3 a main move? No. A3 was not one of the most popular moves in this position. It's not even in the top 5. The top 5 most popular moves would have been at knight to F3, but then you run into bishop to G4, and if you're not prepared, that could be annoying. Bishop to E2, bishop to E3, bishop to B5, and even H3. H3 would have also been possible. A3 was actually the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th most popular move. So yeah, but it's fine. It is there's nothing wrong with it. So that is not where we are. We are takes. Let's promote that to the main line. Promote. There we go. What is her elo? Alex is like 27, 28, 29, 100. Grandmaster, super grandmaster. Engine doesn't mind it. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Because basically we just want black to play bishop to F5. And look, this kid is so mad. He's like, I want to put my bishop on G4. That's why he's like, she's doing exactly the right thing. She's doing the right thing. He really wants to put his bishop there. This kind of looks like French structure without e6. Yes, it looks very much like French. If e6 is played, we will transpose into French. But this is a Caro-Kann because e6 has not been played. Classic Caro position, play the 8th best move, and it's only 0.1 worse than the top move. Yeah, like the Caro-Kann really is a grandmaster opening from that perspective. Like nobody knows what's going on. You saw me on TV too? Thank you. I guess, for seeing me. Caro is a better French. Caro is very complicated. Caro is really, really complicated. If bishop F5, there is the immediate G4. There are a lot of lines with G4, but I don't think that this is one of them. Like, yeah, I'm not seeing that. This is not, so here you're talking about this line, and then often H4 is played. I think, I don't know. I don't know. I guess because we wasted time playing A3, it's less aggressive, but the engine doesn't really like this. But yes, you're right that there is a line with G4 in the Caro. Where do you find live boards? There are no streamer live boards for some reason. They just didn't set them up. But yeah, the Caracan is more complicated than the French. I would say that the French is more beginner friendly. You would think E6. Yeah, that is also a common motif in these lines with like G4. And also like sometimes I guess in the Tal variation, I don't know. Yeah, usually H4 is played first in the Tal variation. You're totally right there. H4 is usually played in the Tal. But this is different because I don't know why, but Stockfish really believes in Black's position. And doesn't think that this is that like spooky. I guess you can just go back. I don't know. Stockfish really isn't scared by any of this, and this is just a free pawn in this case. Like, we've been able to play C5 and trade in the center already. It's different. It's different. It's been a long time since I played the Caracan, but yeah. Anyway, the position on the board is not as such. It is oh dear. Where is my line? Here takes and then what was played? Queen b6 was played. And now knight f3 was played. Let's promote. This is the position on the board. Okay. So, little inaccuracy according to the fish. Again, because of this bishop to g4 idea, which is annoying. And this actually feels like it gets a bit messy now. I don't know, like knight here needs to be played, perhaps. Can you what happens if you take? I'm guessing you can't for reasons. Oh, queen a, of course, queen a4. My bad. But after, okay, we can't castle. Castles long would be too risky. I guess just e6. I don't know. But I don't know, she has to play knight to d2, because if she doesn't play knight to d2, I don't really see what she can play. Like if this were a French, we would play bishop to d3, but it's not a French, because I think here we will just lose material. After g takes, knight takes, there is no check, because queen takes. Or knight takes even. So there's just nothing. I don't know. I don't really like this. Personally, this is why I don't play the Caracan, like play the advanced Caracan, because the advance has a lot of things you just have to know. And it feels like Alex doesn't know the theory. There are lines where d4 falls, but it's even, yes. But I'm very uncomfortable with those, so I don't play them. I don't like it. I don't like it. Damn it, Izakara, I just don't get into this line. Yeah, I don't get into this line either. I don't either. The advanced Caracan is just a lot more... It's a lot messier than the advanced French for white. Like, I prefer to play advanced French and not advanced Caro. But people really like it. People really like it, and I don't really know why. Anyway, this would be the best move, but he has to have a think for some reason. He is deciding if he wants to play it. I don't really know why he hasn't played it, because like as a Caro player, if you don't have to play bishop to f5 and you can play bishop to g4 immediately, bishop to g4 is always better. is always better, especially because in the Caro-Kann as black, you're often actually like looking to trade this bishop for the knight, because then you put all of your pawns on light squares and you control the light squares via your pawn structure instead of with the bishop. So that's why we would be very happy to trade off this bishop here, or just start by pinning also. You don't always have to trade, but usually black is okay with trading that. It's another reason I don't want to play the Caro-Kann, because I don't want to trade off my bishops for knights. Not my thing. But this is good for Alex. She looks like she maybe is not locked in. Okay, she's locking back in. Good. She was looking off into the distance. Why is the knight move yellow? This is called an inaccuracy on chess.com. It basically just thinks that there was a better move, which it's now telling me it was bishop to d3, which is the move that you usually play in the French. And I guess here you can play this move order where you give up the pawn, knight to f3. The knight isn't on f3. Oh, you're right. It's on d2. My bad. My bad. I looked at a small camera. Okay, well, this is still, this is good. This is a good move. It's better than an inaccurate move. Still not the best move, but it's a good move. So I'm happy for Alex that I got that wrong, that I messed up the move. So knight e2, now there is no bishop to g4. Okay, which is now why I understand why he's thinking so much, because he is probably going to be forced to play e6. Okay, I like that more. It seems like everything Alex is doing is revolving around forcing him to play this like a French, which basically means taking him out of how he would like to play this opening. And I think that that's a really good psychological tactic from Alex, because a Caro-Kann player doesn't want to play with a French bishop. What is the best move? In this position, the best move is e6 for black. And in this position, the best move was bishop to d3 for white, and allowing queen takes, getting a tempo on the queen with knight to f3. And I guess you just get rapid development, because it's going to take black a lot longer to get their king to safety, or just to get these pieces developed, whereas I guess we can develop quite quickly, like castles. I don't know. That is what I would think. But I can understand why Alex wouldn't want to play giving up the pawn, because if you don't know the lines, like if you haven't prepared a line where you give up a pawn, then why would you give up a pawn? Because you have to like go into the game being like, oh, I play this line where I sack a pawn. Otherwise, it's just, you don't know what the follow-up is. So yeah, I think that's valid. He doesn't look super happy. He's got his little pawn there. He's twirling it in his fingers, having a think about how he's going to be forced to play e6. I don't know if the tournament organizers know they aren't working. Lorena, at the beginning of the round, they hadn't even plugged in their clocks for the streamers. The streamers did not have clocks that were on. So I think they just weren't like locked in on that. Yeah. Okay, so bishop to g4. Because he really doesn't want to play e6. Okay. Okay. I guess we can play knight c3. I guess he's trying to bait f3. I think this is what he wants her to play, maybe. f3. Like, I don't think it's gonna be... I mean, it shouldn't be too bad because the queen is over here. But the bishop would have to go back anyway. And now we just have an awkward pawn on f3. And it would be a long-term weakness, I guess. But, like, you can't go here because, I don't know. You really are baiting g4 at that point. You're like, I know the engine doesn't love it, but I think you are really baiting it. So, I don't know. Okay, we have bishop to g4 on the board. You have to consider f3, and then you have to say probably f3. Oh, she played it! Okay, I was about to say you probably have to say f3 is a bit risky, but f3 played. Fun. This is going to be a fun position. That's so exciting. We're going to have a game that's not in theory. Oh, bishop to f5. Okay. So, like I said, the engine doesn't really like g4 here because it just wants knight to f3 and then e6. And it really just wants to harass the queen. I guess there really is nowhere good for the queen other than like going back, because if you want to give the check, then oh, b4 is very nice. I was gonna say you can just go back, but b4 is possible. We just like the queen should go back somewhere, and now g4 is an idea. Interesting. My cat is here to say hello. Okay, she's leaving already. So, I mean, g4 will be played at some point in this game, I think, by white. Like, it's so tempting to play g4. And, like, why not? Why not? I think, though, that it is probably more sensible to complete your development. But then again, maybe there would be some like h5 idea later from black to stop g4 potentially. Like right now it seems like not such a good idea because maybe there's like knight g3 or something, I don't know. Knight g3, I guess, bishop just g6. But this pawn is hanging, so e6 it needs to be played there. And then, I guess, no, this is why, guys. So, knight to c3, forcing e6, okay? Because after g4, the bishop can only go to g6. Whereas, if we start with g4, sorry, I'm only just switching my brain on. If we start with g4, the bishop can come back to g7. That is the significant difference between the two move orders, okay? Here, the bishop can come back to g7, and here the bishop is stuck on g6. There we go. Sorry. So that's the difference. And here, do you know what? This would be such a fun position because top engine move. Who wants to guess top engine move for white in this position? I know you guys want to play guess the move. What if h4 now? h4, h5, I would think. h4, h5. That would be kind of like a tile variation. Okay. So, guys, let's guess the top move. Let's guess the top move. Bishop g2, g4, bishop f4. These are the questions. Oh, before g4, you wanted to ask. Well, here, I guess h5. Like, any Caro-Kann player is not falling for h4, g4, except in bullet chess, because every Caro-Kann player has seen it 50,000 times. And this is over the board classical. They have plenty of time to not get their bishop trapped. Queen a4. No. Sorry, in this position. I'm only telling you guys to guess the move because it's a fun move. That's the only reason. Just say fun moves, chat. It's not king f2 though. It's not that fun. So Alex is deciding what to do. It depends on if she will like if she's deciding if it matters if the bishop is here on d7 or if the bishop is here on g6. Yes, the top engine move is f4. What a fun move. Fun. So fun and quirky. Bishop to e4 is possible, but you would take it. And then I guess you can put this one here. Or this one here. Both are possible. I guess not this yet. I guess you have to wait until you kick the queen away. But you can go here first. Here first. F3 was bad, so I guess you can rectify it with f4. It's just funny. Like, what I think is good about this position for Alex is that she is the more experienced player, and she is taking this kid out of his comfort zone. Like, he already looks relatively unhappy, which is excellent. Guys, if your opponent looks unhappy, you should be happy. That's always the goal. Wait, can you guys see, those of you who are watching on horizontal, those of you who are watching on Twitch, on mine or Alex's Twitch, can you see these two kids in the background? And they both have to stand up to move the pieces. They're so cute. They're so tiny. They were both standing up for a moment there, like, oh, someone just knocked the camera. Okay, well, we can still see the board, thankfully. We can still see the board. We're not going to be able to see the opponent. Oh, okay, they're moving the camera back. I bet it was an arbiter. I bet. This is my assumption. Earthquake. If you had to play 1,000 games against Magnus Carlsen, would you win one time? No, I don't. I don't have the hubris of a man who thinks he can land a plane to think that after 1,000 games of chess, I would beat Magnus. No. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. I hope nobody in chat thinks that. Black should be uncomfortable. Kingside undeveloped. Queen has sidelined herself, but that's just normal for the Caro-Kann. Like, this is how the Caro-Kann works, and often you can delay castling, especially in the advance, because castling can lead to checkmate for white. If black castles, very often white can get an attack, and here this would be no different. Like, if black castled into the pawns, it would be a bit spooky. Alex plays the top engine move! Let's go! She plays knight to c3. Top engine move. Sly. Good for her. You would win at least one that he didn't turn up for. Yeah, that's true. He would probably stop showing up for the games and I would win by default. Your goal in life shouldn't be thriving on unhappy people. Only in chess. Chess is a game where in order for one side to be happy, the other side has to be unhappy, unfortunately. You know, most of the time. Okay, e6 played. Top engine move because he has to defend the pawn. We have this position on the board because I am Lula the Prophet. And now g4, come on. Okay, g4 actually not top engine move, but that's what I want to be played. I would love some g4 action in the club here. Top engine move actually knight to a4 because there's no good place. There's no good place for the queen here, like here or here. We're going to get some discovery on the queen, for example. And the check b4 is possible. Queen is defending our knight. So the queen would have to go back to either c7 or d8, probably d8. And probably d8 because at some point our rook's going to come to c1. And then I really want to see some g4 action very soon. I want to see it, but Stockfish still wants bishop to e3 first. Stockfish wants us to complete this kind of development here with like rook c1 and stuff. See, I'm Luda the Prophet. See, I said earlier, I said if we delay guys, if we delay g4, h5 will be played. Guys, I said, if we're delaying g4, h5 will be played. h5 best move, and then what is the top engine move? Rook c1, as predicted from Prophet Lula. Okay? Guys, Stockfish is copying me. So, I mean, this is what Stockfish wants. I think that if Alex wants to have a fun and quirky game of chess where, you know, 2 + 2 = 5, etc., then she should play something quirky like g4. That's what I want to see. So I would be happy. I would be happy. Plus, it's 0.2 of a difference. 0.21 of a difference in the eval bar between the two moves. So there is a negligible difference between the two. And I like this one. This one's fun. What do you guys think? Would you play it? Would you play something else? I don't see that many people playing knight to a4 in this position. Maybe the fish. Some grandmasters. This is a live game over the board. I would like to have their names, but I don't know how to do that because I am not very good at the chess.com analysis board. Edit something. No. Oh, okay. b4. b4 played. Again, nothing wrong with b4 because a3 was played. So Alex is following up on this a3 move that she played at the beginning, which is, again, common in kind of French, advanced French. So after knight to a4, she can install the knight on c5 very comfortably. And if they want to capture, she can play c captures later. And also this bishop is very important, guys. This dark squared bishop is very important for black because, as we mentioned, black is going to put all of their pawns on light squares. Even h5 will be putting a pawn on a light square. And so this dark squared bishop is there to cover all of the holes. And so if Alex plays knight to a4, knight to c5, she has a very, very nice horse. And if black is willing to trade off their good bishop for it, Alex is also happy. So I don't dislike this move. It is probably more standard than g4. Like, it makes sense based on the moves that she's already played. But then again, g4 is a follow-up on f3, so it would still make sense. Okay. TikTok, I know you want to see who's playing this game, but it's kind of hard for me to add Alex's camera to this overlay and to have my camera on this overlay as well. I think it's probably just more interesting if you watch on Twitch. I'm sorry. Like, watching this on TikTok without Alex's camera, I know is probably not that fun. We all want to see Alex and her opponent, and we want to see them hit the clock. I'm sorry. F3 was the only thing that you didn't like. I think that whilst it is a crunchy move, you can get away with that kind of thing in the Caracan as white. You can get away with a lot of things. And f3, the engine said, yeah, you can get away with that here. Who is playing? Do you know what? It actually says on the overlay who's playing on TikTok, on the TikTok overlay. TikTokers. They want the visuals of the game, but Lula on podcast. I guess I could change my camera to Alex's camera. I guess I could do that. Add source, window capture. Oh, we have a move. 1 second. I'm adding the camera to the other stream. I'll just get rid of my camera on the other stream. No one wants to see my face, apparently, on TikTok. TikTok, is that better or worse? Let me know. Okay, what was played? Oh, knight. Here. Okay, cool. So h5 would have been best because g4 is the top engine move. Let's go. I want to see it. I want to see. Alex, okay, hold on. Let me add their ratings. I don't know what his name is. 1900 versus Karo Khan kid. I'm going to call him, I think he's 1750. There you go. There, I'm fixing it, TikTok. Don't worry, I'm fixing it. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There we go. There. She is basically Magnus Carlsen, guys. This is live. It is live. I don't know, maybe I can like put her camera at the top and then put this somewhere else. I don't know. Ooh, that looks not good. Maybe like this. Oh, I don't hate that. And then I can put the text somewhere else. There we go, TikTok. How do you feel about that? You have the worst of both worlds. Does that seem good for you guys? For TikTok? Time control is 90-30. It's classical chess. It is the Grenke Chess Festival. I would like to see g4 now. Now I would like, because h5 is top engine move for black to prevent g4 like I suggested. Nobody understands goblin mode like me. Goblin mode chess. I mean, Alex has more space and she has the opportunity to play g4 with tempo. Does it want h4 after g4? Yeah, of course. And then h5 forced. Nice. Nice, nice. Knight 8, a4. It's all looking nice. Like, look how much space we have. Like, look at this from black's perspective. Not very cozy. Not much space. From white's perspective, breezy king, but lots of space. What does 90-30 mean? It means 90 minutes with 30 seconds increment. It's the standard classical chess time control for most tournaments. Bishop 2e3. Like, this is if everybody plays like grandmaster chess. But let's see what we get. I would still love to see g4 though. Alex is doing the big think. Oh, she's thinking with the other hand now. She was thinking with this hand, and now she's thinking with this hand. Thinking with this hand. Thinking with this hand. Look, you know, you can see how she's agitated. That's because she keeps like gearing herself up to play a move, and then she thinks like, oh, actually, I'm gonna think again. You know? Got to activate both sides of the brain. Oh, now she's thinking with both hands. She's going mega in her mega evolution. Mega Alexandra thinking with both hands. Wait, neither of the kids are at that board anymore. Do you think their game finished? Already? Why isn't the Karo kid even looking at the board? Karo kid is looking at the board, but you can't see. He's just leaning backwards. That's why. That's what it is. What's up, Chess Master? Hi. Hello, hello. Time. So Alex has an hour, and Kara Khan Kid has an hour and 17. So a little bit extra time. Yeah, he's leaning back because he has no space. That's so true. So true. Sorry we don't have a DGT board. It's the organizer's fault. It's not my fault. I know I'm going to get blamed for it. TikTok is already mad at me. TikTok is mad about it. Chessmaster's the Endgame, so good. Oh my gosh, thank you for being one of the 5 people that enjoyed that show. Thank you. Who were you rooting for? What if you start with knight a4? This is also a good move. It was suggested earlier. It's still a good move. Queen c7, queen d8, both possible. Then g4. It doesn't make a substantial difference. Who were you rooting for in Chessmaster's the Endgame, obviously. You're one of the other 5 for so. Yeah, it's going to be similar. Now, if here... Oh, wait, hold on. There's a tactic. Oh, now it's different. Oh. Oh, that's very nice tactic too, because if takes takes and then queen takes check, then if you come back, you lose the rook. Ooh. That's nice. Do you guys see that? Or should I put it on the board? You have to wait here. You can't play h4 yet. You have to play bishop to e3. That's why queen to c7 is sneakier. But actually, if queen to d8 is played, it's the exact same line with h4. But in the other line, queen to c7. But I think that's quite hard to see from a distance. But it is sneaky. If you're a sneaky chess player, you set this kind of thing up. You set this up. This is not something I've seen before. Let me show you guys. Let me put it on the board for you because I think it's actually really fun. Here. And if you blunder, takes. Oh no, wait, sorry. Takes. My bad. I was wrong. This doesn't work. I thought this worked. I thought that this was possible. But it's not because of king f2. That is not how it works. It's takes here, and then if takes... Oh no, I didn't see this, chat. I did not see this. This is a crazy, crazy stockfish. Crazy stockfish move. Like, to sack the knight here, and then fork. Okay, there we go. That I think he doesn't see from a distance. I think that's very unlikely. I don't see that being likely. This tactic I thought maybe, but this tactic doesn't even work. The tactic I saw doesn't even work. Rook c1 fairly urgent. Yes, I think that not allowing the tactic, but also rook c1 is very common motif anyway in like all advanced Caro and advanced French. Rook c1 is being played. And so for that reason, black may not even play queen c7 in the first place because you're going to have to move it, the queen. Like, rook c1 is always going to be played. Navi coaches you? Navi's a coach? This is news to me. Anyway, that was really fun little line. What did you guys think about it? I thought it was quirky. Anyway, here we are. Alex's turn. We're down below the 1 hour mark. Queen b8 is less scary for white. Okay, knight a4 played. Let's go, Alex. This is actually a very common motif in the advanced French. I love that this works out well for me because I play the advanced French. And Alex is just playing this like an advanced French, but with the bishop here, which is great. Like, also you can play the Caro. Obviously, these are motifs that come up in the Caro as well. But this is really fun because I understand the game. Rare. Why was it not possible with g4 first? A g4 first was also possible. g4 first and then knight a4 also possible. But she is not, maybe not certain if she wants to play g4. What's up, John? How long do these tournament games typically last? I would say between 3 and 5 hours. 3 and 4, 3 and 5 hours. Why was the tactic not possible with g4 first? Because in the g4 line, Stockfish for some reason said that the queen would go to d8 instead of to c7, and the tactic doesn't work if the queen is on d8 instead of c7. Thank you for the hearts, John. But here in this line, I think it's the same. Like if you play this, there's the same tactic. Okay. So it is the same. It's just before it was recommending me queen d8. And now it's recommending queen c7 because the engine has had a think for longer. Sometimes the engine changes its mind. Like sometimes it will think for a while and then change what it thinks the best move is because it thought at a different depth. You mean one individual game? Yes, one individual game usually goes between 3 and 5 hours. Did Navi play the French against me? Yeah, in Chess Masters. Okay, so Alex, wait, hold on. He played queen c7. So he played the best move. So Alex does need to be aware of this tactic now. Am I playing a tournament in the future? I'm playing one starting on Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. Okay, so Alex played this move, knight to g3 instead of g4. I don't want to be critical, but I think that knights, I've always said, guys, I've always said I don't think that knights belong on g3, b3, b6, or g6. Like, in some specific, like, lines, they go there. But in general, I find them clunky in these squares. I don't really enjoy when they're there. And I think that I don't know. Like, it seems more solid than playing g4. Absolutely, I understand that. But there was no reason we couldn't play g4. I guess Alex just wanted to be safe. I guess, do you know what? She's being really sensible in like a principled way. She's being principled, guys. Because in chess, where you say every time you push a pawn, you create a weakness. Look at how many pawns Alex has pushed. She pushed A, B, C, D, E, and F. That leaves 2 pawns that Alex hasn't pushed. Okay? So if Alex pushed g4, then only the h pawn is the one that she hasn't pushed. So her king is breezy. Gotta give squares to get squares. I agree. But I'm just trying to like reason with why she has decided to play this move instead of g4. So I think that this is probably why, because she wants to have like safe king at some point, because her opponent is like, he's not silly, you know, he's gonna be tricky. Now here, bishop g6 is possible. Bishop g6 is possible. And h5 is actually the top engine move. h5 is possible. Fun. And we just need to be still super careful of this tactic because it's still possible. Like here, if bishop here, I'm still worried. Does it work? Hold on. I feel like it should work. Like if we try to play here, why is this not working? Is there bishop check first? Why wasn't there bishop check in the other line? No, I'm wondering. Now I'm wondering about the bishop check and the bishop check in the previous line. and the queen is hanging. What? Because queen c1 and the queen is hanging. Queen c1 not possible. Our bishop is on c1. Knight e5. Knight e5 here and here. Yeah, it's because of the check. That's what I said. We check and we're defended. No, you guys are looking at this one with the rook. This is different idea. But this is fun idea. I guess you get the bishop back here. But it looks terrifying. I don't think I would want to play this position personally. I don't think I would be an enjoyer. Yeah, no, it's just the check. Dirty flagger. But let's go back to the previous line with g4. Why was this a... Oh, I'm so silly. Of course. The difference is that the knight was blocking the bishop. I just forgot that the knight was in the way. I was like, well, why couldn't we give the check in the previous line? Because the knight was there. On e2. Oopsies. Forgot. That's why. Okay, well, at least there are no more tactical shots for black against the white king. I mean, there's this is still like spooky, I guess. Like, I don't know. You would still be like freaked out, I think. But yeah. Anyway, spooky. He is thinking. The ops are finally thinking. Caracan Kid is deciding what he wants to do. Chess is hard. I agree. Oh, he plays the top engine move, h5. Okay. I mean, this often happens in reverse when black tries to put their knight on g6, and usually white goes for h4, h5. And black is like, do you know what? White has done this to me so many times. I'm going to do it back. So fair enough. That is a very common idea in the French and the Caracan when black tries to put their knight on g6. So he's just doing the same in reverse. And you have to make a decision, I guess. At some point of what you're going to do with the horse. Like, let's see, bishop to g2. Bishop to g6, rook to c1. I don't know. Do we push h4? We have to take the knight back. I mean, it's annoying, but I feel like white is the only one who's achieved something here. But so the rook wants to be on c1 anyway. I guess Alex's move, knight to g3, although it's not g4, it did counteract the tactical shot in a way. In a different way. Why does knight takes e5 not work? Well, now the queen would be hanging. So can you clarify on which move you want to know why knight takes e5 wouldn't work? She wants the Caracan Kid to feel like he has a chance, obviously. Did I see Queen of Chess? Yes, I really enjoyed Queen of Chess. Before? Yes, before on which move? Please specify, because we have looked at knight takes e5 on like 3 different moves. So I would like... When I showed it, because there is a check with the bishop. So here, the reason it doesn't work is because... well, this line, there is like a tactical, like it's messy. This like technically like does work, but it's just Stockfish prefers it for white. But the other line here, this doesn't work anymore. This is the line that worked before if we hadn't unblocked the bishop, because this doesn't work because now we have a check. and then we can move the queen after the check, and the knight is defended by the light squared bishop. So this fork is no longer a fork because we are able to add a defender with the intermezzo check. So that's why that no longer works in this position. And here, Stockfish just thinks that this is better for white, which is really interesting and fun. Once knight takes f5. And I guess you are going to get in big trouble if you take with the knight, because then there will be a bishop check. This is what my assumption is. Bishop to b5 check. And your king, you're losing your queen. There you go. And in the other case, if you take back with the pawn, I assume it's going to be similar. Here we have rook e1 check. This is just looking like you're going to get checkmated very soon. Yeah, just we're getting mated here. Here, and we win the queen. So there are a lot of just tactical shots on the weak king. This knight takes bishop idea is very key to it all working though. Would be very cool. I would love to see that. I would love to see Alex win like this. But unfortunately her opponent played the top engine move, and so I don't see that happening in this specific way. I wish Queen of Chess would have covered more than only her games against Kasparov. Do you know what? I totally agree. I actually thought there was way too much Kasparov in it, but knowing how much his appearance fee is, I guess they wanted to milk him for all they could get. Because Kasparov's appearance fee is like $50,000 or something, plus first class travel, plus a 5-star hotel, plus like everything. So I'm guessing he charged even more to be in a movie. I don't know. It's good to be Gary for sure. I get why they did it clear narrative, but she had so much more to her career that would have been interesting to get into. Do you know why I also thought that they didn't include enough of Susan Polgar? I would have also liked to see more about Sophia, especially because I feel like less about Sophia is public knowledge. But I wanted them to include a lot more about Susan, because without Susan and everything Susan did, Judith wouldn't have been able to do what she did. Like, Susan had to fight for them to have the right to do what they did. And I feel like she was glossed over in the documentary. What's up, Deckard? Long time no see. Hello. Hello. So Alex is down to 51 minutes and her opponent has 1 hour and 12. But I think that this is pretty normal, like time management from Alex, from my experience with when I've commentated for her in the past. She does seem to use her time. Just like me. Lula Robs, have you ever played someone OTB with body odor? Excellent question. I think I've played somebody with bad breath before, which is actually kind of worse because they're facing you the whole game. Like, you would think that you're not close enough for it to matter, but it definitely matters. The most exciting part was them beating the Russians in the Olympiad. Yeah, this was really nice. Very exciting. I would have liked the documentary to be more detailed and less Kasparov driven. But I do enjoy, what I did enjoy about the documentary was that Gary was given the opportunity to admit to being a massive loser, and instead he doubled down and maintained his status as massive loser. So yeah, I enjoyed that. It's good for posterity. When they have a deep sigh with the bad breath is the worst. Yeah, totally. That was wild. Like, showing footage of Gary cheating at chess and then Gary being like, oh, it was only for a second. like 40 years later or whatever, and him being like, no, sorry, 30 years later, and him being like, oh, it was only for a second. That was funny. Wait, Gary K cheated? Guys, you gotta watch Queen of Chess documentary. I made a TikTok like 3 years ago, which I've deleted now, about this cheating scandal and about how no one was talking about it. And I'm so glad that people are talking about it now, because it's really good that it comes to light. So yeah. Like, it should... I know it was a big scandal at the time, but it should be a bigger scandal in, like, chess memory, you know? What does the engine want Alex to do in this position? It wants her to play bishop to b2 to prepare rook to e3. Instead, she has played bishop to e3, which was the top engine move, like, a few turns earlier. But the key point is that she's developing the bishop to play this rook to c1 move. How did he cheat? He touched a piece. He put a piece down, and then he picked it back up again and moved it, because he realized it was a blunder. It is really funny that Karpov won the tournament, and they didn't even say that Karpov won the tournament. That was so funny. That was really funny, because, like, what I didn't understand about that part of the documentary was that, like, they were saying, oh, Gary always wins this tournament. And then you see the standings at the end and Karpov wins it. And they just don't address that at all, which I did think was very strange and silly. So I think that this move is, like, it makes sense as a developing move, but the bishop is, like, a little bit blocked in by his own pawns. Here, f6. Top engine move. But instead he has played h4. Okay, and now we should consider knight takes f5, knight takes f5. And this fun move, bishop f2. Oh, and we have this on the board. Let's see if we get this nice fun move, bishop f2. And the bishop will go into his little cave. Adorable. I love when stuff like that happens. I love when the bishops go in the cave. Yay! She did it! Let's go. Okay, this is now the position on the board. So cute and cozy. Look, they're all tucked in for bed. In classical chess, is it not allowed to touch or move pieces? How do the rules work? The rules in tournament chess are that if you touch a piece, you have to move that piece. And if you let go of a piece, you can no longer change the move. So Gary let go of the piece, and then he picked the piece back up again and he moved it, which is against the rules. Basically, no takes, backsies. Very important. So we know that pretty much our next move will be rook to c1. I guess we can also consider bishop to d3. These are probably our two candidate moves. Bishop to d3 with this idea. The documentary is on Netflix. It's called Queen of Chess. Bishop to d3 possible. Also rook to c1 possible, because we want to finish our development, and we can see that these two pieces have not been developed. Developing the rook to c1 has an x-ray on the queen. Very nice. Developing the bishop to d3, we're threatening to take. And then this pawn is very weak on d5. Very, very weak. So we'll see. Is it true if you run out of time with mate on the board, you still win? What do you mean? If you run out of time, you lose. So here, top engine move is f6, was top engine move on the last turn. But as black, when you're playing the French or the Caracan, it's always hard to know when the time is to play f6. Like, it can be the best move in these positions. It's very thematic, but it can also be a losing move if your king is not safe enough. But here, actually, black's king, like, white cannot easily access black's king. So for now, it's fine and can be played. Do I stream my games? My classical games? Sometimes. Not at my next tournament, but I do sometimes stream them. So if f6 is played, we're not obliged to take it. If we take it, then our pawn on d4 is an isolated pawn. My online games, yes, sometimes. And if we don't take it, then they will probably take us. So let's suggest a move like bishop to d3. Takes, 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 takes. Or castles first, maybe. Otherwise, check. Castles. I don't really like this for white, to be honest. I don't see this being an enjoyable position to play where black controls the center. So let's see if we can play something else, because I don't really like that for us. Yeah. I also am not sure about, I don't think we want to take. I don't think we want to take for multiple reasons. Okay, here it actually suggests king to f7, but I thought that we could take back because now we are gonna make it hard for white to castle short because of rook to g8 will be possible, and black is still the one with the 3 central pawns. Even though this is a backwards pawn, I don't think it's gonna be meaningful, because if we want to target it, then black, I think, has a move like actually, yeah, I think then black will have a move like knight takes d4. Okay, so instead of f6, we have bishop to e7. This is what I mean, guys, when I say it's very hard as black to play f6 sometimes because you don't know if it's good. So bishop to e7, slight inaccuracy, but black is finishing development, and honestly, this seems like a very natural move. Like, I think a lot of players play this move. Doesn't lose the game, finishes developing your pieces. This is where the bishop usually goes. And I don't see any reason to not play this move. Now the engine likes this preemptive f4 idea to stop any bishop, further bishop development. What did the engine prefer? The engine preferred f6. We just talked about it. So now this preemptive f4 idea is something that the engine wants, because the engine is worried about black putting their bishop here and preventing us from playing this idea of rook to c1, which is where we want our rook to be. In fact, the engine thinks this is such a good idea that black should play g5 in this position to fight for control over these squares. Is b to b5 a thing? I personally wouldn't play a move like b4 to b5 because it allows black to, okay, well here there is the check. So for tactical reasons, it's bad because here, like it gets messy. Like white isn't going to be able to castle. Here you actually don't think you can take because then we take here. But after the trade, okay, we lose a pawn, but also white's king is not so safe. But even for like non-tactical reasons, like let's say that there wasn't this queen check, you're gonna give away this square, so that you're able to, at some point, put the knight here on c4, which would be an outpost. So for positional reasons and tactical reasons, you usually don't want to do that. f6 was best, f6 was not played, bishop to e7 was played. Unhinged mean woman English, yes, exactly. Am I making stuff up? Yes, I am making stuff up. That is what analysis is. You say an idea, you say maybe this move could be played, and then you see if the engine calls you an idiot, and if the engine doesn't call you an idiot, then your idea that you made up is not so bad. I've made up many good ideas during this game so far. Not all of which have been played, sadly, for me. Sadly. But yes, this f4 idea is possible. You can also just play rook to c1. But now I don't know about bishop to g5 because f4 was preventative for this. It was prophylactic move. It was to stop this. So you would have to, I guess, play rook here. Still possible. Still possible. But this piece is now a pretty good piece. This is your candidate smoothly. My candidates is the candidates. Today was candidates rest day, right? No games. Good for me because I have many recaps to catch up on. Okay, so this is like a slightly different move order. Or f4, g5. Very curious. Even giving the pawn because now the bishop doesn't get to be a good piece here. Isn't that such a fun idea? You give the pawn because black actually wants their bishop to be on g5, and if they put the bishop there, it's not doing anything. Okay, so we have rook c1, which is the most natural move. Makes the most sense. This is the move that I think you play every time in blitz. 100% of the time. You just smash out rook c1. And now bishop to g5 is possible. But, like I said before, rook c3 also possible. Black seems more coordinated. I don't know, Alex's outfit looks way more coordinated than Karakan Kid's outfit. But black just doesn't have as much space. Yes, they have the clear target of the pawn. But I don't think there's anything wrong with white's position. We have the bishop pair, which is long-term strength. And I think that this h5, h4 was actually, it didn't achieve that much. So we just need to get this knight to a better place. And I think we'll be happy. How long have I been streaming? Approximately an hour and a half. Is the Karo a good opening? Karo is like Grandmaster opening. Very difficult to understand. Very confusing. Who is the girl playing? Her name is Alexandra Prado. She is a woman FIDE master from Bolivia. She lives in Toulouse, in France. And she's going to win. Those are the key things. What is the rating requirement for WCM? There is no rating requirement. You can get it based on a tournament performance. The proper answer to that question, of course. Of course. Do you know what? I feel as though like the sticking the streamers in the corner by the curtain, and isn't she Woman Candidate Master, not FIDE? Oh shit, I thought she got WFM. My bad. I've been telling everyone she's WFM. You can be 1200 ELO with WCM? Yes, you can if you have a good tournament performance. I've been telling everyone Alex is WFM, so she's WFM now. So, yeah. My bad. Guess I should change that on the TikTok overlay. There we go. Changed it. I knew she used to be WCM. I just thought she had got WFM for some reason. I don't know why. That is madness. Why don't they follow the same protocol as men's titles? It does follow the exact same protocol as men's titles. You can be a candidate master based on performance at a tournament. Follows the exact same rules. You're just uneducated about it. You want to be angry about women's titles, but you don't know that the rules are the same for both. You can be angry about the fact that you can get a chess title from tournament performance, but you have to be angry at both. Who is my favorite chess player? I'm not sure. Maybe Judith Polgar. It's got to be Judith, right? I feel like it's kind of a cop-out answer because she's everybody's favorite chess player, but I actually don't think I have one. I used to say Vasily Ivanchuk. You can get CM from tournament performance. You can get CM at the Olympiad the same way that I got WCM at the Olympiad with good tournament performance. Chess titles sort of seem like the cool kids club food. MNW. I don't know what that sentence says. I don't know. I don't understand the sentence. Sorry. Okay, the ops are thinking after this rook c1 idea. Let's see if he plays bishop to g5. It is the best move. But it's not such a common idea. That's one thing I will say, is a lot of the ideas that have been played so far in this game are very thematic ideas that would come up in a lot of different variations of these openings. But I would say that bishop to g5 here for black is not a particularly common idea. And so because of that, he has to find it on his own. I had no idea about this. Can you elaborate what this means? Good tournament performance. At the Olympiad, it means at least 50% out of 7 games for candidate master. And then for FIDE master or women's FIDE master, I think it's maybe 66%. I'm not sure. You would have to look it up. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact FIDE rules for it. It depends. You can get them from the Olympiad. You can get them from youth tournaments, like zonal tournaments, usually like continental. Like a lot of people got them from like youth tournaments. But you're welcome to do your own research about the titles. But it's always good to be educated about something before being randomly enraged by it, guys, before you jump to conclusions. This is genuinely blowing my mind. I thought titles were much more difficult to acquire. Wow. It's so shocking that FIDE wants people to give them money. So shocking. Who added the tags humble and satire? I don't know, Hansen. Must have been head of websites. Head of websites added it. Do you still think we need separate titles for women? I think that women's titles and women's tournaments have value, yes. I think that until we are able to get closer to 50% participation, it is still important. Yes. I think if we lived in a world where 50% of chess players were men and 50% of chess players were women, then no, it wouldn't be important. What's up, Sergio on TikTok? Hello, hello. Arturas, thank you for the heart. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Guys, Alex is waiting for her opponent to make a move. Finally, she is the one who is able to think on his clock. Good for her, because so far she has used half of her time already, and her opponent has not. He's used a third. So this is good. 7th seal. Oh, we're talking about 7th seal decade? Since when? Did I miss something? Confused. Who will win the candidates? Good questions. Good questions from YouTube. Who will win the candidates? I don't know. Who do you think will win the candidates, guys? I think it probably won't be Hikaru. Today was a break day for the candidates, yes. I like how you say Sundara, obviously, like it's not a 3-week-long tournament. Is she winning? It's equal so far. We have an equal position between the two of them. Nobody has blundered yet. Hikaru got double black to start, not fair. Well, it's a double round robin, so it doesn't matter because they're all going to have the same number of whites and blacks because they're all going to play each other with white and black. No worries, Sergio. Yeah, we still have an equal position. So true that being up 1 point in a 3-week-long tournament means you've already won it. So true. Sundarov is obviously in the lead. Yes. Obviously. How can you find me on the chess.com app? My name is LulaRobs on the chess.com app. LULAROBS. Similar to TikTok, but without the second S, because someone else stole my username on here. Okay, it looks like Karakan Kid is gearing up to play a move. He's getting a little bit antsy, and he's leaning forward a little bit, because when he's leaning backwards, he's not going to play his move. He's leaning forwards. He's getting ready. He wants to stay up on the clock. I think that this is something that's important to him because he has so far been maintaining a good time advantage. Yet he doesn't seem quite sure of what to do. I think he should go for this bishop to g5 move, though. I'm not sure if he's seen it. He looks he looks very undecided. He doesn't look like he knows what he wants to do. Alex also looking a little bit frustrated. Guys, you have to remember that this game started an hour later than it was supposed to, so all of the players are probably quite tired. It's the first round in the evening. It's just tiring. Most of them traveled today from far away to get to this tournament. And when you've been traveling all day and then you wait for a late round to start that's already late and then is another hour late, it's all tiring. It's all a lot. Knight b5 is not a legal move for either player. Stormroom. So probably not going to be played. She looks a little frustrated. She does look a little frustrated. But I think, like, in general, it really sucks to have to play evening rounds. I really don't like them personally. What do I think of long castles for black? That looks very risky. I hadn't considered it. It looks scary. That's fun though. Shall we put it on the board? I think maybe it loses material right away, but let's see. We know that b5 has the issue of queen a5, guys. Doesn't lose to b5. So let's follow up. Let's look at this. If rook c3, bishop b4. There's a lot going on. Is she from Bolivia? She is from Bolivia, yes. What is Twitch? It is a streaming platform. So there's a lot going on. You can even start by taking this pawn. Fun, fun, fun. A lot going on. Very crazy position that I do not pretend to understand. If takes, I think just bishop b4. Yes, I'm correct. I think that this is something that's hard to believe in as black, but it is winning for black. Is TikTok a streaming platform these days? You can stream on TikTok, yeah. You can stream pretty much everywhere. You can stream on Instagram, YouTube, stream everywhere. This is fun. What do you guys think about this? This is a crazy position. Queen b3. e5 is possible. Somehow. I'm not going down this line any further because these are all engine moves. If these two start playing these moves, they both need to be checked. We need to start the procedure if they both start playing these moves. Yeah, those moves are crazy engine moves. But yes, would be a mistake to long castle. Even if you're not going to make a mistake and play b5 immediately, like everything here looks quite spooky and unpleasant. The difference is that white's king is also unsafe on the dark squares because this bishop cannot defend because he cannot move in a horizontal line. They are playing live right now, yes. They are. Equal pawns on the queen side, but haven't made through more moves. What do you mean through more moves? Okay, so hold on. Let's go to the real position. Here. I would like to promote this variation. Promote. Oh my gosh, I have so much analysis. I wish we had a DGT board. I wish. Promote. Promote. Okay, finally made it to the main line. There we go. Okay, well, he's losing his time advantage. He is losing his time advantage and he doesn't know what to do. I hope he's not seriously considering long castles. I don't think I would even consider short castles. Because, like, why would you need to? Here, actually, you can think about G4 again. En passant would be very bad because of this open file. That would be very nice for us. I would be very much an enjoyer of the open H file. So he shouldn't be considering castling either side. His king is safest in the center. But I think that he knows that because he is a Caro-Kann player. And if you're a Caro-Kann player, you know that your king is often safest in the center of the board for some reason. It's just how it works. It's just how the French and the Caro-Kann operate. En passant bad actually was good there. Actually was bad. Yes, was bad for black, but favored white. Yes. Was not good. Guys, I think I am going to go make a cup of tea because no moves are happening. So I will be back in 5 minutes. Gonna have a 5-minute break. Do you want me to put Lightning McQueen on the board for you guys so that you don't feel alone? I know you guys don't like being left alone. Let me see what I've got. Yeah? You would like Lightning McQueen? Let me find him. so that you guys have something to make you feel safe. Here we go. Lightning McQueen. Maxwell, I'm sorry, we got Lightning McQueen today. Right. I will be back soon. Okay, Lightning McQueen is gone. What's up, guys? Hello, I'm back. What happened? Did I miss some moves? I hope I missed some moves. Yes! I missed moves. Okay, what happened? The bishop was played. Top engine move was played by Mr. Karakan Kid. And let's see if Alex can quickly find rook c3. She has. She found it immediately. And then what did he play? Because I feel like another move has been played. No? What did I miss, chat? What did I miss? A6. There we go. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Top engine move. Top engine move. Nice. Nice. Her knight is in a tough position. You mean on a4? I mean, it's okay. Stopping the queen from putting any pressure on the center. At some point, there were ideas of it coming to c5, but now not so sure. I guess it's not the best piece on the board, but it is serving a purpose. He played a6 instantly. Oh, Matt, you're attempting to get the DGT fixed. Too little, too late, man. They weren't even plugged in when we started. The clocks weren't even plugged in when everyone else started playing. No one thought of the streamers. Oh, he's getting up from the board. He's finally getting up from the board. You guys felt reassured when Lightning McQueen was here. Did you feel more reassured when he was here than now that I'm back? Lightning McQueen was better, I'm thinking. You guys preferred him to me. I see how it is. I have a banana and I have sparkling water. Not to flex, but I have a lot of things you guys don't have right now. Banana and sparkling water. Very important. Very, very important. What did I miss? Just 4 moves happened whilst I was away. 3 moves happened whilst I was away. The 3 moves we were expecting to happen. I have many stuffed toys behind me. Yeah, I do. What of it? Are you jealous? Person with an unpronounceable username? I think yes. No need to be jealous. You too can have this many stuffed rabbits if you simply purchase them with money. I believe in you. You can purchase them with money. No, I don't think still water and a cucumber is better than a banana and sparkling water. I think I still win there, Paul. I think I'm winning. Am I live on Twitch? Yes. YouTube, I am live on Twitch. I am a Twitch streamer who is restreaming to YouTube rather than the other way around. I have not done many YouTube streams. Yummy banana. I have to eat this very carefully because we're on the internet. Purchase with money. Alex is down to 39 minutes. This does not bode well. Can anybody who has access to the internet tell me if this tournament has a time control? Can anybody tell me? Is there time control? I love when people unintentionally hand fight each other through the curtain. Me too, time scramble. The curtain truly is the source of all entertainment on the stream. Maybe I should just zoom in on the curtain. I can make that happen. 90-30, Sean, no time control. No time control. Alex really needs to be careful with her time management in that case, if there is no time control. Why is my camera so much more zoomed in on Twitch than on, than on TikTok? It's fine. It is what it is. The bald man on stream is giving dad vibes. Is that because your dad is bald? Is it time for me to stop flexing that my dad still has hair? Is that what we're going into? Is this the next line of conversation? Guys, hands up in the chat if your dad still has hair. Hands up. Because for me, that guy, he doesn't give dad vibes. Does not remind me of my dad. Hands up if your dad has hair. We got 2 hands up in the Twitch chat for people whose dads have hair. 3 hands up for people whose dads have hair. And we have a move from Alex. We have bishop d3. Top engine move. Let's go. Okay, now it says f4 was top engine move for some reason, but actually bishop d3. We've got another hand up in TikTok. And not only are they hands up for their dad, but they're also a dad with hair. Wow. So many dads with hair right now. What's up, TokTech? You assume he lost his hair during the cremation? You haven't checked? You know, the only way to check is to exhume the body. Is that going to be my next IRL stream? Feel weird making that joke, but I also feel like my dad would have appreciated it. Dads love jokes. Dads definitely love jokes. For sure, for sure. For sure. Category exhumation. I could do that. I could be the next grave robber streamer. That would be so Victorian of me to be a grave robber streamer. You know? Do you guys know that the Victorians had a real grave robbing problem? Because like the grave robbers would go and they would steal things that people were buried with, like their rings and their teeth fillings, because they were worth money. And people were poor. People are still poor. But people don't rob graves anymore. Too much, like, people would find out. Too much CCTV. Nichest IRL section? No. Did I mimic Macron? What? Because I said for sure? Yes. Actually, everything I say is mimicking Macron. I'm such a fan. Who eats a banana using 2 hands? A woman who doesn't want to get clipped. Seems selfish to get buried with your wealth, says TokTik. You don't need it in the grave, TBH. Guys, is TokTik based or do we disagree? I'm kind of into this, like, pharaoh being buried with your stuff things. Like, I would be buried with all of my stuffed animals, obviously. Who was my hardest opponent ever? I don't know. I played a Grandmaster in a Blitz tournament once. Maybe him? Probably. Played some Grandmasters in my time. I played Ari and Tari in Title Tuesday. I didn't play Title Tuesday after that. So what do we think about Macron? I think he's in the closet. Anybody else? Did I see the Judith documentary? Yes, we had like quite an extensive conversation about it before on the stream. I didn't play Title Tuesday after that. You can't add me on chess.com? Yeah, I have friend requests disabled. Did I play Talia? Yes, I did. I thought you said you watched the show. Very good looking wife. Macron. Didn't she groom him? Is Macron pro-war? I don't know. You played a Grandmaster once, Deckard. First round of an open. Spooky. Spooky, spooky. I've never played a Grandmaster in classical chess. And I don't think I would want to. The problem with playing a Grandmaster... Actually, I've played a Grandmaster in a Simmel before. I'm lying. I've played a Simmel. But... the problem with playing a Grandmaster is you will be sweating trying to find a move that doesn't lose on the spot. And they will literally just come over and spend 10 seconds and play the top engine line. And they just make chess seem so simple. And you're just there struggling so much. So actually, I find it really unpleasant to play against Grandmasters. My sister wants to play you on chess.com. Add me. I don't add people on chess.com except my favorite viewer, Toktik. I would add Toktik on chess.com. But I heard that his elo got below 0 and they had to delete his account. Isn't that right, Toktik? Because his elo was minus 100. Why do you guys hate him? As a non-French person, I find Macron knowledgeable and handsome. Kappa. Well, I'm not French, but the French do hate him. I cannot speak for them. But he is gonna he's gonna have a bad legacy. He's gonna have a really bad legacy. Your sister cannot play me whilst I commentate this chess game, no. You would have 0 issues playing GMs? Okay, good for you. Chessmaster, you can't see the comments because we have 4 different chats open. I'm sorry. Sorry. Because we're not using Twitch stream together, so the chats are not combined. That's why. Okay, so the top engine move for black. What do we think it is, guys? What do we think the top engine move is? Any guesses? What are the other ones on? We have 2 Twitch chats, a TikTok chat, and a YouTube chat. Queen C2? No, for black. For black. It's black's turn. You can't perform under pressure. Don't know the answer. Let's get some guesses in. Okay, we have one guess from Paul, knight e3. We have a guess b5. Pawn h3. So actually, knight e3 was the correct move. Yes. First answer, best answer. Attacking the queen and just in general being a menace with a double attack here on this pawn, which means you kind of have to take it. Takes. You actually don't really have much of a choice. And now this bishop is a little bit annoying because you are not super safe. It's one of the reasons why maybe f3 was a little bit scrunkly. Where's the other Twitch? That is my Twitch channel. So there's two Twitch channels. d4 is hung. I think that maybe we would say it differently, but it is true that d4 is hanging. We can defend it by moving the bishop. We can play a move, top engine move, not so natural, guys. Top engine move for white, bishop to b1. Isn't the bishop very isolated here? Yeah, the bishop probably won't get to live there forever, but it is annoying at the moment. It's annoying. Like, we can't attack it. We lose our pawn. We have to defend this pawn first. The only reason it's not hanging is because of this pin to the queen. And now the bishop can sit here because it's attacked. You see? That was a defensive and offensive move at the same time. You see that? Bishop back, defend pawn, attack bishop. So bishop back to f4, and the bishop is a little bit annoying there. A little bit annoying. To chat in my Twitch channel, yes, you do have to have a verified account because I do not want the spam in my account. We do not want the spam. You're already talking in my Twitch chat, RKJ. Explain to us in caveman. Yeah, I will. I will. Trying my best. Anyway, this is not the position on the board. Let's go back to the position on the board. It's here. And we are now reaching a position where we both have 38 minutes on the clock. Okay, the opponent has 39 minutes. But the opponent has pretty much stayed up on the clock the whole game. And is now... he just doesn't seem particularly sure on what to do. He just doesn't seem confident about this move. I don't know, maybe he's wondering if he should play bishop here, but it's just not the same because then you have to do this and then this and then this and then this. You know? So maybe he's deciding. Here there is no remove defender. Here, attack. You know, guys? You know? He might not play knight e3. Maybe he doesn't even see knight e3. We never know. Maybe he's going to play a silly blunder. That would be nice for us because then we could all go to sleep soon. I think he's a good player. I think that he is going to play a good move. I think the only thing is that now that he's like, I know that he played a6 instantly, but now that he's out of his comfort zone in the opening, like, oh, look, he's shaking his head. He's shaking his head. Guys, let's go. He's shaking his head. I love when they shake their head. Pawn e6 is your prediction. Pawn e6 is not a legal move, Paul. You know that. He's shaking his head. What are the goodies I have on my bookshelf behind me? I have many things. I have books. I have chessboards. I have stuffed animals. I have notebooks. Many things. Many things. What is my rating? My rating is just under 1700 FIDE. This bald dad, guys, he is looking very lonely. Oh, look, Luca is back. What's up, Coil Train? Hello, welcome to the stream. You'll be disappointed of the chess world if there aren't solid curtain memes after this. I don't think there will be. What is my makeup routine? Like the whole routine from start to finish. You want to know? I can tell you. Oh, f6 is a prediction from Paul. f6. Okay. I guess, yes, this was an idea before. I guess the only thing is there's this counterplay of knight c5 now. That is counterplay, but still valid move. I don't think it's like, even though it gives white a small advantage, I don't think it's the end of the world. My full makeup routine from start to finish. I washed my face, I put moisturizer on, and then I put sun cream on. And then today I just put concealer, and then I put blush, and then I put bronzer, or rather contour, not bronzer, because I'm cool toned, so cool toned. And then I put powder, and then I did my eyebrows, and then I put a brown eyeshadow, and then I put eyeliner, and then I put mascara, and then I put highlighter on. And mascara. Did I say mascara? That's it. That's the routine. Like, a verbal makeup routine is not particularly helpful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You would take the d4 pawn. He has no protection. Here, if you take d4, the problem is, or do you mean this way? I think the problem is that actually you can probably take, because after takes there's going to be maybe an attack on the queen. I want to see if it works either here. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. Our rook is hanging. I forgot it's hanging. Okay, I forgot. I thought it was defended. Here, here, and here. Oh, there we go. That's why we can just have a discovered check on the knight. So it's tactically defended. I'm sorry. I stopped kind of thinking with my brain because I'm tired. The highlighter makes your eyes pop. Top engine choice. Thank you, Paul. The highlighter is a key step in the makeup routine of any chess player. Any chess player. Alex always has very elaborate eye makeup. I don't know how she does it. I don't understand. It's very cool. Mine is much less elaborate because I'm not so skilled. In this position, I would take on d4 not after playing f6. Oh, you want to take on d4 now, but you just can't. You just lose a piece. Lula, I can't find you on FIDE. Yeah, it's because I don't exist. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. If you want to take on d4, I take your horse, and then you lose a piece, because if you take, then I take your queen. So it's tactically defended. The tactic of the pin. Do I play Yu-Gi-Oh? I do not play Yu-Gi-Oh. You said your FIDE is just below 1700. I did. Because it is. Do you read the YouTube live stream chat or not? I'm sorry. There are 4 chats going on. It's a lot to read. Hello. Please do not be angry with me. Bookshelf tour, please. Maybe another time. Maybe when I have a bigger camera, because my camera box is quite small today. Okay, so he has 32 minutes on the clock. Alex now sitting at 38 minutes. She is getting a nice time advantage. Karakan Kid keeps shaking his head. Does not know what to do. Head shaking. Shaking head. I think maybe he doesn't believe in this knight e3 idea. Oh, he played it! But I don't think he believes in it because he keeps shaking his head. He did play it. It is the best move. It's the only good move. Okay, this guy that is giving you guys dad vibes, he is eating his little chocolate biscuit right now. And he is looking at the game. He's having a great time. He's spectating. He's got his little cookie. He's going... And he's looking at the game. I don't think you guys... Like, he doesn't look like a dad. Like, maybe he does, but like... I don't know. He does look like he's from the mid-2000s, though. You know? Like, he teleported here from the mid-2000s. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Okay, so Alex takes because she has to take. Who is her opponent? I don't know. Some guy. Okay, he takes. Oh! Messy. There we go. Messy. It's okay, Subhan. No worries. No worries. Sorry I missed your initial message. There was only one good move, and you found it. So true. So true. He definitely has iPod Nano in his pocket. No, his iPod Nano has to be off and in his bag. It's a tournament. I am WCM. I am Woman Crush Monday. Indeed. Okay, so Alex has to think. It's her turn. She's not sure what she wants to do, but surely she knows that she has to defend. So she is just deciding. Alex is deciding, do I want to play bishop here? Or do I want to play bishop here? I don't think she's considering this move of bishop c2 because it blocks you from making the gun. And any other bishop move loses the bishop. So we only have to consider these two moves. Bishop here or bishop here. The engine now likes bishop c2 for no reason. But bishop to b1 makes more sense to me on a human level because we are able to make the gun. Phoebe, thank you for the raid with party of 134 to Alex's channel. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Alex just needs to find bishop to b1. I mean, if she plays bishop to e2, it's not going to be the end of the world. She can still play it. And bishop to g5 or bishop to f4 are both possible. Both possible, both possible. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious now because king f2 is the top engine move of if we play something like this. Hold on, let's just like say, let's say random move is played. Like let's say here, 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 if this kind of idea works. No? Because I thought here. I guess not, because you can play king g1. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. What's up, Amelia in Vienna? Watching me on TikTok, new Lula format unlocked. Amelia in Vienna is my favorite viewer of all time. Out of the way, Toktik. Get out of the way, Toktik. Amelia in Vienna. Amelia, how do I make you a mod? How do I do that? Click button. I don't know how to do it. Sorry. I would if I could. I don't know how it works. She is already mod? Is she? No, she's not. Hold on, let me open TikTok on browser and see if I can do it. I will mod you up. Poggers. Poggers indeed. Where is mod? How to mod? Oh, it says you're a mod. Okay, never mind. You're already a mod. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. My favorite mod. Okay. Oh, she played bishop to e2. This move is fine. Excellent. You've intentionally come to moderate. That's okay because Toktik is, he's well behaved and everybody else left. So there's actually nobody to mod. No one to mod. Ask Amelia how the cops on campus are. Amelia, how are the cops on campus? You have campus cops? Compass? Compass? Cop. Miss. You guys have cops on campus? Chess is easy. So true. Chess is so easy. We should all learn checkers instead because chess is so easy. The what, Hansen? What? Did I say something bad in your native language? Unknowingly. This kid had 2 moves. He spent his time, he was like, all right, I'm going to play knight e3. And then that's it. He had no follow-up after this. He's just like me. What? What? Okay. Queen takes. 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 Like, we're up a piece. Are we not? Like, what's the plan? No, he looks so sad. No, wait, guys, I feel bad. He looks sad. Oh, no, he looks sad now. I hate when people blunder. No, he looks sad. No, now he's shaking his head and closing his eyes. Oh, I feel so bad for Karakan Kid now. She's just double checking that there is no trap. I mean, he was playing so well. The thing is, like, we all want to see Alex win, but like, this is not how you want to see someone lose, you know? Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, hold on. He went here. Okay. This is a different series of events that I had seen. I mean, he's still going to be down a piece, though. Still down a piece. I mean, here she should definitely just trade. Trade. She can even play f4 because the horse has to come back. I think it would be a mistake to not trade the queens. Because, like, why wouldn't you, you know? Do you think you should stream on one platform till it grows well and move afterwards to the others? That's what I used to do. I used to only stream on Twitch, but no, I don't think so. I think that some people don't have every platform, so you can just restream to multiple different platforms at the same time. Kickstream when? No kickstream. I don't want that dirty money. Yeah, I should absolutely stream on TikTok. So true, Toctic. Toctic, why didn't you tell me I look like Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Nobody's telling me that these days. It's so sad. I miss when people used to tell me that. So, I mean, if she trades the queens, which I think she should. Yay! She's trading the queens. Okay. Then, like, I don't see how she ever loses this game. You know? She can even castle if she wants to. I mean, she doesn't have to, but she could. Best move is f4 because the horsey has to go back. This is not very good. Dwayne mugs me? Shut up, Toctic. You're wrong. You'll get moderated against. Dwayne doesn't mug me. F4 would be a very high level move for her to play. And if he plays knight to c6, then knight to c5, coming with a tempo here, it's really very difficult. Because like if something like this, knight takes c6, and we're like, it's resignable. And if you have to play knight to d8, also resignable. Like, are we playing this position? I think he'll play on for a while. No saying that she'll play f4, but it is possible. I mean, she could even play knight to c5 because like this isn't such, well, this isn't possible because of here, but even if she had to go back, that wouldn't be a big deal. So she has like, doesn't really have any bad moves, to be honest, except maybe like rook c4. That would probably be a bad move. But castles, f4, knight c5. She has a lot of choices. Lots and lots of choices. Like she can probably even play rook c7, but I wouldn't. I would wait. I would wait. I noticed that you look like Hania Amir. Who's that? Should I Google her? I find it very interesting when people tell me I have lookalikes because I've never once agreed with them. I don't think I look anything like this woman. Yet again, we are wrong. She's very beautiful. She has a very round face. I don't really have such a round face. And in general, our features are very different. You guys want to see a picture of this this lady? Someone says I look like. I don't think I look like her. Hold on. Let me zoom you in. Here. I don't think she looks anything like me, TBH. But I've never had this one before. It's a new one. New one for me. She is beautiful. She is. She just doesn't look like me. I wasn't offended. I was not offended. That's my picture. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. That's my picture. So true. Okay, we have moves. F4. Yes, top engine move from Alex. Let's go. Top engine move. She is a grandmaster. She is a grandmaster. I love that for her. Grandmaster Alex. Excellent. I'd try and trade their knight even for the bishop. No more forks, which is his only hope. Yeah, but also, like, the forks are not too much of a worry right now because she has 30 minutes on the clock. Forks tend to be more of a worry when we don't have much time. The knight has to go backwards. The knight has no good options. Even if it comes back here, it's not good because we can castle. And then we're preparing f5, which is quite nasty. It's quite nasty. Can you follow this match on chess.com or somewhere? No, the digital board is not working. This is the only place on the internet you can follow this match. Can you show the last few moves? I missed something. Black blundered, essentially. Black played this great move, knight to e3, really good. But then sadly blundered here because this pin on the queen, and then you just end up down a piece. And this is where we are now. And black has to decide where to put the horse. I feel bad because like the faces that he makes are like a wounded puppy, you know? This is why I'm not supposed to play chess tournaments, because I feel guilt about doing well. You know, like I feel bad when someone's losing. And my opponent doesn't care if I'm losing. Okay, knight to c6. Knight to c5 is like lights out pretty much. Come on. Like if the ops play something like rook b8, it's also not working because you can sack and then take. And if you kick, then again we have knight takes c6 tactic, and if you play knight back, then it's just bad. Should be 0 emotion. Chess is very emotional for all players. Empaths rise up. Yeah, I feel bad when I'm winning. Knight c5. Except sometimes I'm able to like hype myself up into hating my opponent. Like if they're a man. But when they're like a kid, it's harder. And I know that this kid is technically a man, but it's giving kid, you know? So, like, sometimes I am able to hype myself up into hating the opponent, and only then do I not feel bad. But it's hard. It's hard sometimes. Like, if I'm playing like a 12-year-old girl, it's GG. Like, you could give me mate and 1 on the board, and I would feel bad for playing it. This should be over pretty quickly. I mean, he can play on for as long as he wants, but this is a really, really winning position for white. Not only are we up the piece, but just positionally, like, things are falling apart after knight c5. Because this knight on c6 is vulnerable to the X-ray from the rook. The ops don't look happy. The ops look sad. Poor ops. So sad. Have you noticed how like all Zoomers have the same haircut? Like this guy has pretty much the exact same haircut as the guy behind him, except the guy behind him has a fade. Have we all noticed that like this haircut it's like a pandemic of this haircut among, I don't know, I guess, is he Gen Z or is he Gen Alpha? If he was born in like 2003. I guess that's Gen Z still, right? Yeah, they all have this hair. I don't know how to feel about it. He looks very unhappy. 23 would be Gen Z. All girls have the same hair. That is one of the most insane takes I've ever heard. Because girls have so many different hairstyles. Like, Alex and I don't have the same hair. Hers is way longer. And I have layers, and she doesn't really have layers. And I have a curtain fringe, and she doesn't. Like, there's a lot of things that are different. Just players have bad haircuts? Agree. Where is his bishop? It got eaten! Yummy! Yum, 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 yum! We ate the bishop. That's where it went. We ate the bishop. It tasted like regret. Yes. Guys, what would regret taste like? I think it would taste a bit sour. It would taste sour and like a little aftertaste. Despair is different from regret. Despair, what would despair taste like? Scotimus. I think that regret would taste sour. Despair would taste... I don't know. What is surströmming? What is that? You try to avoid the taste of regret? Oh, guys, he played it. He played knight to e8, which is the best move, but if you have to play knight to e8 and you're down a piece, it's not good. It's really not good. Despair would either taste moldy or unbearably spicy. I think moldy is good. I think moldy is right. Spicy would be like rage. You know? I think despair would be moldy. Okay, she castles. She's like, let's zoom this up. Let's speed it up. The bitter taste of regret. I've thought about it before. I should have thought about it before. I should have thought about the taste of regret before. Why? Despair would be bad licorice flavor. Despair tastes bland like nothing. I also thought about that. I thought would despair taste bland? That also crossed through my mind. Hobby hod. That's interesting. But then I thought that maybe it wouldn't taste bland because despair is like too strong to taste bland. Isn't chess entirely logical? No, I think there's a lot of bluffing in chess. It should be logical, but we're not engines. Lily, what would you do if you're in this guy's position? I'd probably play on for a couple more moves and then resign. I think here f5 is coming for white, so black could try and play it. But I don't know. We're gonna get access maybe to e6, and it's not looking so good. Now maybe even rook c1, and if black isn't careful, maybe we have I don't know if does this work? No, it doesn't work. Not yet. Rook c1 is still good though. What's up, Simbo? Rook h3, g3, snatch the h-pawn. Yeah, I'm not sure that the h-pawn is like the current target. But yeah, we will scoop up the h-pawn at some point probably. I'm not sure that it's best to put all of our effort into scooping up this pawn right now. I think it's nice we can play on the open file. We can put our knight on e5. We can play rook c7. This seems a bit more productive, perhaps. I don't know. Stripy jumper guy having some thoughts about his own game. I wonder if he's winning. Can somebody check the stream behind Alexandra's to see if Stripy Jumper Guy is winning? Because I'm rooting for him. No offense to Luca. Not that I'm rooting against Luca, but I'm rooting for Stripy Jumper Guy. Personally. I'm gonna find it. Let's see. Oh, not streaming. Weird. Stream ended. Huh. Okay. Never mind then, I guess. iPod Nano guy is winning. I personally can't see the position. Sadly. What generation is the guy next to Alexandra? I'm going to say millennial. What do you think? I think millennial. Do you think Alexandra will make WFM? Not in this tournament, because I don't think she would be able to gain enough rating, but maybe at next Olympiad or something. Yeah. I looked at your chess library collection video, but you mentioned much fewer books than there are behind you. That's because I have books that are not chess books. Crazy, right? He's younger than me, and I almost a millennial. So definitely a millennial. Yeah, I thought he was a millennial. That's what I thought. Non-chess books are not worth reading. That's the worst take I've ever heard. No offense. Terrible take. Lulu, do you think you may be hoping for a draw? I think that the only reason you play on in this position is that you hope your opponent blunders, or you hope that they aren't able to convert it. Sorry, hold on. This is the position that we have. But I think he knows that he is down a piece for what, one pawn, is it? So it's very unlikely in the current position, because also his position is not very good. Like if he had a great position with like active pieces, rooks on open files and stuff, would be different. But Alex is quite ahead in development anyway. Like he still has 2 undeveloped pieces. Okay, he's played a5. Interesting. He's hoping to get some activity here, I guess. But like even then, there isn't really much activity. And you don't have to take. You can just play b5. Oh, sorry. You can play b5 here. And if they push, you can just like go after their pawn. Rook here. You're gonna be infiltrating. I don't know. Just yeah. Or bishop check. I guess you could give bishop check. But then you can't push your pawn up and you open up the file for black. So I'm not sure exactly. Because then you do give them that activity. I'm not sure. Yeah, his rooks, they're not very active right now. And if she wants to trade on a5, that at least gives him an active piece, which is more than he has right now. Like his knight is the worst piece on the board, probably. Well, I mean, his h8 rook is not good either, but the knight is very sad. It's a very sad piece. And I'm sad for him that this piece is the way that it is. See, the thing is, when you're Alex in this position, even though you're winning, you want to be careful because there are still enough pieces on the board that you could throw it away. You don't want to throw it away. To what extent can they communicate with each other? Just body language? Well, they're allowed to, like, if someone offers a draw, they're allowed to offer a draw. They're allowed to resign. This is kind of the only verbal stuff they can do. But yes, body language. But they're not really supposed to signal things to each other. Was the bishop free? It was free for 2 pawns. So it was a piece for 2 pawns, which is not enough. The night is me when I drive to McDonald's for ice cream and they tell me the machine isn't working. This is a meme I hear all the time. Is this like a thing? The ice cream machine at McDonald's is always broken? I don't remember the last time I had McDonald's. How do you say I adjust in French? Well, usually to say I adjust, you would say j'adoube, which is just the chess word for I adjust. But it's weird because j'adoube doesn't mean I adjust in French. But that's just what we say in chess when we say I adjust. And it's a French term. But it doesn't mean I adjust. It doesn't really make sense. Somebody on YouTube says, what you from Indonesia fight? See, this is why people are asking why I'm not reading the YouTube chat. This is why. Do you know what adoub means in French? I think it's something to do with knighting somebody. Like with a sword. I don't know. Like, you know, when they do the sword on the other sides of the shoulders. I think maybe. I could be totally wrong. I think that's it though. I could be making that up. Why he couldn't castle? Well, he could have castled, but does he want to castle? It's the endgame. He's trying to activate his rook. To be honest though, like pretty much all his moves are bad moves, so it doesn't really matter what he does. F5 is a very solid move. Like, he can take, we take, but like the point is we still have the pawn. And it's not really, the rook can't go here, the rook can't go here, the rook can't go here. If the rook goes here, we just move the bishop. So, like, the rook can't go to many places. Toxic, when can you say my name right? Toxic? Alex is just going for the king. She's activating her rook with her pawn. And she's maintaining 5 minutes time advantage, which is nice. I was joking, by the way. I was going to say that you're allowed to say adjust or shadoob. I didn't really get the joke. Sorry. I'm sorry. Did you get your title recently? I was watching at Olympiad. I got it at the 2022 Olympiad. I didn't play the Olympiad last time in Budapest. I don't know. Like, there was talk of maybe that I'll play the next Olympiad, but now there's this jet fuel crisis that all of the governments are avoiding talking about. But there is a jet fuel crisis. And, like, all of the flights are getting very expensive. So I'm not going to pay thousands to go and play the Olympiad. Jadoob comes from Old French, the same word used for a knight's knighting ceremony. It literally means I arrange or I rectify. So I was correct. I was correct, guys, just saying. He played e5. So there's no Olympiad this year? There is an Olympiad this year, yes. Okay, bishop. Wait, hold on. No, these pawns haven't been traded yet. Here and now, bishop check. The Olympiad is in Uzbekistan, I believe. It's the first time I haven't won first place and there is no Olympiad. What? There is an Olympiad. What are you guys talking about? There is an Olympiad. You mean there are consequences to my country's warmongering? Yes. Crazy, right? Crazy. The 2 passed pawns is definitely an asset. Oh, you mean these pawns? I think they will be difficult to defend. Like, very difficult to defend. King e7. Even, like, just put your rooks on the 2 open files. Stockfish wants knight to d7, but it seems messy. Is this live? Of course. Of course, of course. Okay, king e7 played. Oh, you want to sack the knight and then check? Yeah, I just thought that maybe there's this move. No, there's not. Is there not this move? I guess not, because then there's check. Knight takes check. King f6. Takes. 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 Stockfish believes in this less, which is really interesting. Rook b6 check. King g5. Bishop. I wonder why Stockfish doesn't believe this so much. Okay, she's playing this. It is a way to simplify. It's a psychological blow. Stockfish doesn't love it. But I think it's practical. Definitely practical. Do you see chess as a game or a battle? Can it not be a game about battling? When is Hikaru playing? Tomorrow. Do you think he'll resign? He looks very psychologically worn down by this move. I feel very bad. He looks very upset. I don't think he'll resign. The move is made to break the opponent's spirit. I think, yeah, but he still has 2 rooks. He still has 2 rooks. And it's true he does have 2 pass pawns, but she wants to go home. She wants him to resign. He's deciding if he wants to resign or not. Like, I don't think he's considering any move other than knight takes knight. Because I don't think there's really any other move that can be played. But I think that he's deciding between knight takes knight and resigns. I think. Is it 2 games tomorrow? I'm not sure. Men don't like losing to women. That's a them problem. She's the higher rated player. No, rook to b8 doesn't work. Don't think anyone likes losing to anyone. Oh, he did play my rook to b8 move. Okay. I did suggest this move. Stockfish wants f6. Takes. Maybe there'll be a mating net now. Here there has to be some kind of mating net. Yeah, mate in 2. Beautiful. So back. Knight takes d8. Rook takes here. Rook takes here. I mean, looks very close to mate. I mean, his move only delays trade. Like, even if she plays knight takes knight, there's still just trade. Oh, I guess you can take here. And then we move the bishop. It's also possible. It's still a trade. Like, we still grabbed a pawn. But it is complicated. I doubt this f6 idea will be played. It's a crazy idea. It's also crazy that top engine move here is rook c1. We're threatening checkmate. Why can't he take with pawn? He can take with pawn, but it's about where the king ends up afterwards. Okay, so she's played check. I agree. It feels like this can't be a bad move. King f6, top engine move. With the 2 choices. 2 rounds a day for the remaining days. Wow, exhausting. My tournament is going to be 2 rounds a day as well. I don't like that. Bishop c6, very nice idea. I have a tournament starting on next Saturday, not this Saturday. Well, I guess bishop c6 also threatens the pawn. Mm. Like, you know that white is much better here, but it's still hard to, like, convert. Like, everything is still covered, you know? If it goes good, are we going to get a recap on your games? I'm going to do YouTube recaps of my games. Luda, who are you rooting for in the candidates? Wei Yi and Blue Barn in the open. And Bibi Sara. Not immediate to convert, but it's painful to play this with black. Yeah, it's very unpleasant to play with black. That's very true. Very unpleasant. But I know that I have the problem where I get like frustrated. I get frustrated about the like not like being winning but not winning, you know? Yeah, F5 did give a little bit more counterplay. But it's still a very good position. This is the position right now. The real position. I don't think she'll play bishop a6 because then there's like maybe rook here. So just like it doesn't make so much sense. Okay. She has played it. I like how TikTok chat has just decided that I hate men. Someone in TikTok chat said, "Do you dislike men?" And then somebody else in TikTok chat named Raggedy Shoe says, "Yeah, she hates men." And they're just having a conversation about it like I'm not in the room. Crazy. Toxic, at least, toxic misandrist is all one word. It's all one word. You expected that conversation to occur earlier? No, we dance around it. We dance around it because, you know, if it gets stated out loud, then some people get upset, you know? Is there any truth to those allegations? I don't know. TikTok censors words? TikTok censors misandrist? Really? Sounds like an act of the patriarchy to censor misandry. It's the internet, they're already upset, true. You never felt that I hated men, Sergo. I'm doing my job right then. What's up, Go Golem? Hello, hello. Okay. He has 15 minutes. Alex has 20. As long as she can stay 5 minutes up on the clock, then she's going to win this in any time scramble. I think she has a threatening look. Sometimes you're talking about me. You think I have a threatening look? It is all men. So true, Toktek. So true. Any future photo shoots with Dina? No, Dina doesn't live in in France anymore. Okay, so he plays Knight takes knight. Knight takes knight. Misandry is a myth. On an individual level, it's not a myth, but you're right that it's not systemic. I had Reykjavik streaming board cost $100. You had to pay to stream at Reykjavik? I never had that. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, she's played top engine move. Bishop takes. From your friend streamer who played there? Who is your friend streamer? Go Golem. The stream is chill AF. Thank you, Dan. Usually we have music, but it's commentary, so we don't have music. French streamer. There was a French streamer there? Guys, why are you saying nice play? I didn't play. I am not playing. Weird. Weird. We'll just time out the weird people who are, I don't know what they're doing. Being weird. Bots, I guess. Weird, right? Someone in Alexandra's chat doing it too. It's doing the same thing. I don't know. I don't know. Weird. First time I've seen that. Okay. He is now almost at half of her time. She has 21 minutes. He has 14. She is up a bishop. You are right. Chess on TikTok. She keeps looking at him. Yeah, because she's looking at him like, dude, are you going to resign sometime? That's why. That's why. Guys, you don't resign unless it's really over. Like, he does have one pawn for the piece. A whole one pawn. Fighting spirit, there you go. Ooh, it's happening to Alex. Alex is getting a lot of these bot messages in her chat. And I'm not a mod, so there's nothing I can do about it. I don't know what the deal is with the bots on Twitch. Losing d5 would suck, for sure. For sure. And now, like, if he wants to just push this one. But the thing is, Fraser, is we already have followers only on. And they follow and then they chat. Yes, TikTok, this is a chess live. Let's not debate here. Am I following the candidates? I'm looking at the results, but I have not watched the recaps. Sorry. I watched one game of recap number 1 this morning, and that's as far as I've seen of the games. I'm sorry. Yeah, like if you want to save this pawn, then you lose this one, which is an issue. You're not aware of the Cinda Bibi ship. Yeah, that was, oh, he took. That was the right move. That was Peter Lecco who spilled the beans on that one. They traded pawns. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It is alleged though. Wow, this guy has drank like 2 liters of water during this game and he has only peed once. Strong bladder. Can't relate. Good for him. He moved rook. Oh, he did. He did move rook. He just moved rook. Rook d8, saving his pawn. Imagine playing well title along with your partner. Absolute aura. Agree. Okay, what if we just push our pass pawn? Like, if b5, what do they do? e4. Can we just go like here? Yes. h3, g3. And here. Here. I don't hate this. Like, we just have to be patient now. We just have to play the ending. Like, there was a time, maybe 10 moves ago, where I thought that maybe we were going to get some, like, good tactics. But, yeah, I think maybe we just have to play the ending. Don't know why she played A takes B. You think bishop d5 was stronger? You're right, Stockfish agrees. It is stronger. Do I still take my daily vitamins, Sago? No, I don't. I don't know, can we just go here? No, rook f7. It's a bit spooky. Yeah, that looks bad. I don't know, maybe she was afraid of the pawn. She missed it. But I think you're right. I think that was stronger. Hold on, I need to promote this. Promote, promote, promote. I guess you probably just recaptured out of like automatic habit. It happens a lot. Oh my gosh, promote. There we go. What do we have? b5. Excellent. She's got very good time management now. Okay, d4. On the board. We could walk our king over. Is this possible? Prefers rook c5. But then we're not winning the pawn back. I don't see why we're giving a pawn up. Oh, we just win this one. My bad. I forgot. I forgot C's. So maybe king f2 will be played, do we think? Or just rook here or here? Rook here or here are both possible as well, because if they take, we can always take. Rook c1. Oh, my bad. Rook c1, yeah, is possible as well. I guess if they push here, it takes our pawn. Bishop c6, like, the only thing is our rook can't come back if it wants to. I think there are quite a few good moves. Yeah, exactly what Gogolem is saying on Twitch. There is no clearly winning line now. It's true. There's just, like, multiple good moves. You just play. You just play. These bot accounts are so weird. Oh, she's yawning. We're sleepy. Thank you, Calypso, for the heart. Hello. Someone on YouTube asked, have you ever considered traveling to Pakistan? as Pakistan has so much natural, beautiful places to visit. You know what? I never thought about it, to be honest. It's very far away. And you know, there's a jet fuel crisis, so probably won't be going anywhere, including Pakistan. The chat is weird. The YouTube chat is strange. I agree. Don't understand the YouTube chat. He needs to get into time trouble so that he makes a blunder. I'd be okay with that. Okay, so Alex has 15 minutes. As long as she doesn't waste those 15 minutes, she's fine. She looks stressed, and I think she looks stressed because there is no clearly winning line. Rook c6, king e7, f6, gf6, rook f6. Oh, rook's, my bad, rook cf6. Yes, because if they take, then you take. Takes. That's nice. That is a nice line. She played king f2 instead. Do I know Alex? Yes, I do know Alex. IRL, even. Oh my god. Hold on. Ban. I know. Ban. I thought they would go away. What happens when that happens? Like, is it because somebody attacked us? Or, like, what's the deal? She has very good time management. She's playing good moves and she is not wasting the time. Wait, what does it say? The sign on the curtains, like, don't go this way or something? That's so funny because so many people were going that way. I wonder what it says. Why bring the king out? Because the king will be important for stopping these pawns whilst we maintain our advantage. In the endgame, the king is an important piece. This kid is clearly not going to resign. We're going to be here for another half an hour at least. Until we get to time trouble, I think. And then someone blunders in time trouble. He's very resilient. I hate when they're resilient. I hate when they don't crumble. I love having mods on Twitch. Is there a bonus time after move 40? No. Nope. Don't believe so. I think it's just 90-30. So you have to play with the time that you have. How much do you think your life changed since you started playing chess from 1 to 10? Changed a lot, but also it's been 5 years. And when I was playing, I had just graduated from university and it was COVID. So my life was going to change an extreme amount anyway, because like I had just left uni and it was COVID. So my life has changed a lot, but it's hard to say how much of that is a result of chess. The move she made gives the pawn. Yeah, but if they take the pawn, then we can like go this way with a discovered check. and we can take that pawn later, like this. You see? So we get the pawn back. And if they're going to check us, we go here and we stop this pawn. And we're taking this pawn as well. And it's getting close to checkmate, but it's not quite there yet. Unfortunately for Alex, not quite there. Oh, he pushed the other pawn. Like this. Like this, like this. I mean, these pawns are scary, for sure. He foiled your mating net. So sad. Bishop takes and rook takes. It's possible, yeah. It does make her life easier insofar as she only has to deal with one pawn instead of two connected pass pawns. She loses her pass pawn, but I think that it's worth it because two connected pass pawns are much scarier than one pass pawn. Is she going to win or is there still danger? Kaijudo, I think she should win. She's winning. She knows she's winning too. But like, it's not as simple as that. Like, you still have to win the game, even when you're winning. She is deciding if she wants to go for this. Scary thing is if we lose B, black can easily trade F, and then we may get an H pawn with wrong color bishop. That would be spooky. Stockfish likes rook d1. E3, king e2. Okay, so instead she's just bringing the king. I think this is totally valid. Like, the more pieces they trade, the more he's likely to get a draw, and she knows that. Which is good for her. Like, she's very aware of this. Yeah, he's not happy. He wants to trade things. He knows that trading is good for him. She wants to go home. Especially trading pawns, exactly, because it's just a bishop at the end of the day. Two connected pass pawns in an endgame are scarier than a bishop. I know this because of his obvious tell of having a disappointed face. He's had a disappointed face for the last 25 moves. So, what can black do? Rook d6 for rook b6, but bishop d5. Rook d6 to go here, but here. Rook d6. It's possible. Can't you just go here as well? Bishop c6. Well, yeah, now if she took the pawn, that there is a pin, for sure. But she would be able to go king up now. And get out of the pin. But the point is that they would be able to take her pawn. He only has 6 minutes and she has 14 minutes. So he is using pretty much all of his time. Pretty much all of his time in the ending. And so she is gonna hopefully be able to catch him out in time trouble if he doesn't resign. It sucks to have a long first round game when it's late, you know, because you're tired already before you even get there. Like the round was supposed to start 4.5 hours ago. It started 3.5 hours ago instead. Is he a good player? Yeah, he's a good player. He just made a silly blunder. Everyone can make a silly blunder. Anyone can. Engine likes d3 check. King e3. d2. Rook d1 forced, obviously. Rook d3 check. Oh wow, that's scary if you take the pawn. Like, it's getting a little bit scary. Like, this would be mate. So you have to be careful. King e2 also possible. Rook b3, bishop c6 is fine. I don't know, like e3. She should be okay. Black can also take here at some point, maybe. Maybe. Yes, rook c4 did defend mate. It wasn't mate, that's why I was still winning for white on the eval bar. It wasn't like forced mate or anything, it's just risky. It's just about counterplay. So this is where we are. He's getting down to 4 minutes. He needs to start speeding up because I don't think there's extra time. e4 and d4 do stop the king from coming in, I agree. Like, they're very good guard dogs, stopping the king from coming up. What's up, blood silhouette? He 3.5 minutes. At this point, he may even flag. Okay, Alex, I guess, is going... Oh, no, she's just standing up. Yeah, he's really running out of time. I'm worried about this. I don't believe Hot Girl will read this comment. No, she's playing chess right now. And I can't read. So, couldn't be us. Getting into time trouble on purpose when you're losing is a sneaky way to get your opponent to play too fast and maybe blunder. I don't know. She has 14 minutes. She, I think she'll be okay. Yeah, Alexandra plays for Bolivia. Okay, he plays this check. Alex sits down. She's ready. She has obviously looked at this. Oh, V. He's been shaking his head for a long time, Connor. He's been shaking his head for the last 2 hours. King e3 should be safe. Like, here, and it's getting a little bit spookier. Because, like, here, here, and pushing and checking. Whereas like using your king as a blockader makes sense. Whoever is assaulting the keyboard needs to chill. Agreed. Come on, Alex. Oh, king d2, okay. King d2. Bishop takes e4, bishop takes d3. Potentially, yeah. I guess if he plays rook d4, it's possible. What could they possibly be typing? Good question. Good question. I'm in one of those Chinese content farms where every girl gets one cubicle. You know? Oh, he played the move. I'm not married, no. I live in Chinese content farm. Have you not seen those? Okay, he has 3 minutes. Alex has 13. I like what you've done with your cubicle. Thank you, Slowpoke Seeker. Thank you, thank you. King e3 now. Can you play like here? Trap, rook f4, e3, king takes e3, e2. Trap. Oh, rook f4, yeah, is a trap, is bad. Yeah. Well, does it work? No, it doesn't work. Yeah, you take and then you stop. You need the other rook too. You need both rooks. Hold on, let me promote this variation to the main line. Here we go. Okay, 11 minutes. Alex is stressed. She's a little bit stressed. I want her to not be stressed. She's still winning. King e3, rook b4, bishop here, or I guess bishop here. This has to be something, right? Do you think that chess should have yellow cards and red cards? Guitar is life redeemed stretch, thank you. It's getting more dangerous for Alex. It is a little bit stressful. The chairs aren't uncomfortable to sit for long. Yeah, it's very rare at a chess tournament that you get a comfortable chair. Unless you're Bobby Fischer. Is chess really just about who studies more? Kind of, yeah. Kind of. Sometimes. I don't hate this. Rook b3, they want to push, maybe, and push with discovery, you take, they take your bishop. Would be annoying. King f6. 6, king f7. Oh, bishop d5. That's kind of nice. She just has to be very, very patient. That's the key to the position. Patience. Definitely a game of stamina and concentration. So true, Paul. So true. Going back to the question, do you think chess should have yellow cards and red cards? As in, like, if your opponent annoys you, should you be able to, like, just, like, I don't know. What is this other bald guy wearing? I've got a lot of bald guys on the screen right now. 50-50 ratio representation. Okay, never mind, he's gone. What is the move to blunder? Well, like, there's a lot of moves that would blunder. Like, you could blunder your rook if you wanted to. You could blunder your bishop if you wanted to. Like, what do you mean? What is the move to blunder? There are many moves that would blunder. Too many bold hot men in Grenke. Okay, so that's why you have a thing for bold men at RKJ. That's why you brought them up in the first place. Is shaven bald better than trimmed bald, where still shows some hint of hair? So you're talking about a buzz cut. Well, I think that these guys are bald because they're bald, not because they've shaved their heads. Buzz cut depends. Like, buzz cut, you have to kind of rock the buzz cut, you know? Like, Brad Pitt rocked the buzz cut. But a lot of people can't rock the buzz cut, you know? Not everybody can. They played too many chess tournaments and lost their hair. So true. So true. That's how you lose your hair, by playing chess. I'm pretty sure it's shaven on Stripe Sky. No. The back is shaven, but the top is bald. But, like, I agree that he did the right thing where he lost the top, he shaved the rest. I agree that was the right thing. It's either that or hair plugs. You can't just have, like, a monk haircut with no hair on top, you know? You know? What elo are they? It's on the screen. Buzz cut it, definitely better than disappearing hairline. Agreed. Have you seen this lady on TikTok? She is called the toupee queen, and she gives men wigs. And honestly, I think it should be, and I think it's a good option. Like, she shaves the top of men's heads and then glues a wig on, and it honestly gives them their lives back. They look great. Nowadays, you can just buy hair. You've always been able to buy hair. You've always been able to. Wigs are shamed for men. Wigs are, there's stigma around wigs no matter what your gender is. Okay, she played it. Good, best move. But this is bad because she only has 6 minutes. So she needs to play a bit faster. He's gonna play quickly now because he only has 3 minutes. Is rook e4 a bad move? It's not a legal move. What did he play? Oh, he played the best move. Oh, I hate when they do that. Less stigma for women? I don't think there is. Also, a toupee is different from a wig. It's like just the top, and you can glue it on. You know? I think the thing is for women is that the beauty standard is so much higher that if a woman starts to lose her hair, she has to, I like this move. She has to, like, instantly buy a wig. Whereas men, for some reason, we give them a pass for losing their hair. I don't know why we do. Okay, I think rook d8 will probably be played. Push this pawn. Rook d1, I guess. The bar is always the floor for everything to men. Yeah, it's true. We don't have high enough expectations for them. We let them get away with stuff. Oh. He's getting ready to play a move with his 2 minutes. He's not moving fast enough. Well, he does get 30 seconds. Rugby 4 was not good. It was good. It was one of the top engine moves. Oh. Okay. Here. Oh! Kapow. Let's go, Alex. Kapow him. Kapow the man. Kapow him. Come on, Alex. Another one. Another one. Come on. Kapow. Let's do it. Come on. Kapow him. He deserves it. He didn't resign. Kapow. Kapow. Win pawn. Trade rook. Kapow. You don't think she's going to find it? I think she will. Yes. Let's go. Brilliant move. She's had so many brilliant moves this game. She's so good at chess. Nice. Nice, nice. Love this. She is farming brilliancies in this game. Okay, this should be much safer now because one rook is not enough to be spooky. Oh! Do you think he'll resign? Do you think? Dub. GG. GG. He looks very upset, but I think he's like a never resign guy. Oh, he's a never resign guy. Okay. Come on, Alex. Get your time back. Take that, rook. Nice. Okay. Rook f4, we're planning to take with check. d2, check. Rook d4, continuation. What do we think? I like this continuation. The bald guy lost? No, did he really? No, poor bald guy. What? How do you know? Did he resign? Did he? Oh, poor bald guy. He looks sad. Oh, he's being a good sport, but he looks sad. Oh. Come on, Alex. Come on, Alex. Which one of them is the streamer? The one with the hair. Yes, best move. Let's go, Gully Pop. Why is he not resigning? Because he thinks he can still win. I guess. He doesn't, Oh, he resigned! Woo! Let's go! Nice. She's so good. Excellent. Good work, Alex. Nice, nice. 11 p.m. and 10 a.m. game tomorrow. Wow, tiring. D2 is possible. Takes, and then you go here. This would have been continuation. I guess rook e8 check, and you take? I don't know. Where did this fall apart for black? He hung a piece. That's where. Woo! Thank you guys for watching. She played such a great game. Excellent start to the tournament. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the tournament. This is the only round that I'm commentating. So I hope you guys enjoy. I am going to do a raid to somewhere else. I'm going to stop streaming on TikTok and YouTube. Good night, TikTok and YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed / following, and I will see you for